And
You guys want to buy
welcome
some heroin?
to the... Want to buy some heroin? Anyway, guys, welcome to the MSDF LiveCast, episode 6. I am hung like a zombie.
I'm Perfect Fat Man.
Harmony.
And this is Phoenix Otaku. We are coming to you live from Con.
Oh, and thank you for the boobies on the timeline. Whoever that
You're
was.
welcome.
Alright, I see that it was you, Nui. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, in case of Phoenix's woes today it's true. Fuck Anakin and his
Uh-oh.
Let's see here, guys. What's going on here? Did we lose somebody?
No.
I thought we lost you there
I don't
for a
think
minute.
so.
Thought we lost you there for a minute.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, some weird things are going on right now. Is anybody hearing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm also hearing an echo.
Dude, I said that like 10 seconds ago. I know, me too.
Your computer's fucking up.
So anyway, let's just continue and deal with it.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So what have you guys been up to though for the past few days here?
Recording my podcast, LiveCast. And planning for Sabo.
Yeah, pretty much working a lot, playing Call of Duty, keeping up with all the anime from this season, watching Ruby and Korra, been over here at your place working on the panels pretty much.
And what about you, Phoenix?
Like I said, just getting ready for Sabo, making all the announcements about our panels, which we will get into later, and recording episode 3 of my LiveCast.
And what about you, Nui?
Sleeping, eating, working, trying to watch anime.
Trying, but you better.
Oh,
Try harder.
You work 10 to 12-hour shifts.
He's not Black Jesus. He can't do everything.
Oh, don't worry, man. I worked them 12 hours, man, down in Curacao, man.
Man,
I heard you have horrible internet service, too.
Yep.
He's not Black Jesus, man. He can't turn water into cognac.
What the fuck?
And with that being said, welcome.
But pretty much what I've been doing, pretty much same thing that you've been doing to me. I'm watching Core and all that good old stuff. Core's, I don't see how they could pull Core from the airwaves. This season has been so frigging good compared to last season, and it's a shame that they have to put it on their video player on their website now.
Yeah, because Nickelodeon's video player on their shit compared to other websites where you can actually go watch it.
Yeah, it's true. I was gonna say somebody.
What's up?
I was gonna say I thought we lost somebody there.
Nope, we're good.
Okay, cool. Pretty much I'm just watching some anime. What do you call it? Watched another episode of Free, all that good old stuff. We got news on our panels, of course, but we'll go into that here later. We just got done watching episode 19 of JoJo's.
Yeah, that was a strange episode, wasn't it?
Baby, stand!
Yeah.
let me tell you, I read the manga to this. It's even stranger animated. Let me tell you that. Holy
Dude,
crap!
Man, it's got some really fucked up shit in it, dude. Man, I hate anything with animals getting hurt and shit. Oh my gosh, dude! I was like, what in the hell is going on here?
Speaker comes out of the dog's ear. What the fuck?
No, not just that. that. Then the one baby Stan comes up and is all like, yeah. Then he's like barfing eyeballs and shit down him like Cocoon's like throat and crap.
They were coming out of its eye sockets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well,
He was
He
crying.
was crying them.
He was crying
Yeah.
tears of eyes.
yeah, tears of eyes into his mouth, and then they like grew like legs and shit, and oh my
Spider,
god,
Spider eyes. That's a new sci-fi
Dude,
Return
it was
movie. Write it down.
nuts.
That just proves why you should never have a bad trip, man.
That
you
and
should never have a bad trip while you're at Tokyo Disney.
that and I'm a fucking Joseph crashed the plane for a fourth time.
I told you, dude, the guy cannot fly a plane. I know a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, it wasn't his fault. How can we kick him in the face?"
He
Okay,
should have saw that tree coming.
he saved it, and then he was gloating about it, and then he hit a tree. Okay, so yeah, he did crash the plane this time.
I agree.
So anyway, with that being said, this is usually the time we get into our top 10, and for today, our topic is cons that we've attended. And this
Ooh,
time
top
we are
10
starting off, with Pervy today.
Yay.
Man, this is gonna be a long top 10.
Yeah, a lot of explanations in this one. My number 10, short but sweet. This was my very first con ever. It was a lot of fun. I got to go with a lot of the people who I knew in high school, i.e., Zombie, Nui, and a couple of people from our Japanese club. Phoenix Comic Con 09. That was my very first convention ever, and remember it being up in Mesa at the Mesa Convention Center over in Arizona. I got the 10 panels that had Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt, which is pretty cool because in 2013 I got to meet him again, so I kind of brought it full circle almost. Got to see a lot of famous people from it too.
I believe that was the year I had that gay ass like blue hair that I dyed.
Yeah, you were trying to be. Because that was when you were like heavy into like Gurren Lagann, and you thought blue hair was the shit because Kamina had it.
Yeah, that's true. Well, of course, man, because I believe it was Yuri Lowenthal played the young Simone.
Yeah, he played the young Simone, and I believe the older Simone too.
Actually, I think it's a. I think they may have used a different voice actor.
Quick, somebody Google that. Send it to our YouTube account or to our Twitters.
Yeah, it was him who did Simone.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, I was pretty sure it was Simone.
Yeah. That's when Gurren Lagann was kicking off everything. The sub had been out, and people were like, "Oh my gosh, this is so good!" And
That and the dub had just aired, I believe.
yeah,
Well,
no,
I don't think it. I can't remember if it did air before Phoenix Comic Con or if it was after.
I think it was after.
I'm not for
Like,
sure.
They had like announced it beforehand or whatever, but yeah, just it was a Naruto heavy freaking con. I can tell you that much if I remember.
Oh yeah.
Though there was one moment I actually still kind of sort of remember, and it was the fact. Well, two things actually. I remember we were walking to like the front of the convention center because we had just gotten something to eat, and there was like a guy walking by in a Star Trek shirt. It's like it's like if you're a bald guy, you're a different person to everybody. He's like, you're wearing a hat, it's like, hey, I'm a dude, and you take the hat off and they're like, oh. But this bald guy was walking by in a red Star Trek shirt. I happened to point out my stupidity. Hey, it's Jean-Luc Picard. I actually don't know if he was actually doing that or not, but And then, I specifically remember the bullshit Guilty Gear tournament.
Yeah, fuck you too for that.
That was not my fault. I didn't know the freaking guy who was running it freaking decided to let all his friends run it and win.
Yeah, no, that was kind of bullshit.
Yeah, but moving on to whoever's next.
And that would be me. My number 10 is more of a recent con that left us questioning, what's a computer? So,
This is really low on your list.
yeah.
Oh man, I love this con.
Well,
Me
the
too.
stories from it are amazing, and if it was just stories alone and just the adventures with you guys and Shane, it would probably be either number 1 or number 2 on my list. But because of just some of the stuff that went on with the con itself is what lowers it. But number 10 for me is Saboten 2004. Well,
Oh.
2014.
Oh.
I was gonna, I was gonna say, man, I don't think Monkey Paw was around that time.
They found a way.
There's a fucking time machine.
They have their motherfucking time machines. And it's Albuquerque. They seem to be always in the past.
I know, man. They braved the venture with their chicken tenders.
Explains why it's shitty.
With their crack whores and petrified polished wood.
That and their SARS blankets.
So, anyway.
They're progressively cheaper T-shirts.
Biohazard.
Kind of don't want to go into this one for when we have a certain guest on here
That's
to
true.
talk about in a couple of weeks. So you'll find out what made this convention or the stories around it amazing in the later episode. So just number 10 for me is Saboten 2004 and on to zombie.
2014.
2014. It's Albuquerque. They're 10 years in the past.
I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing. Oh shit.
But yeah, on to zombie, I guess.
My number 10. I'm gonna let you guys know that everything on this list is at an 8 or above. Well, technically at 8.5 or above. But anyway, my number 10 is Anime Kagi 2010 in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Never went there.
Now me and Pervy went there, and it was just me and him, and we were all like, this was kind of, it wasn't really last minute. It was about like a month away, and we were all like, you know what, man, let's just go up there. Because we've never had a con up there, and I believe that was to where I believe Pervy took a picture of me sitting on a couch with this really awkward face, kind of all like, who the fuck farted?
Yeah, then I made a meme out of it and tagged it, what the hell's that smell?
Yes, and that actually got pretty popular, man, on Faku or whatever. That and what do you call it? The one that I made was like, I smell ... faggots. It was all good, man. Like it was a little con. It was no more than, I think Greg said, like 500 people.
Yeah, it was a pretty tiny con up there.
But it was pretty fun though. I had a lot more fun than what I thought I would have. And we actually had some decent like adult panels there at nighttime.
Yeah.
I can't really remember what they were though.
There was like one that was for like the miniskirt army or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because like, what do you call it? Oh yeah, that's right. Like one of the girls was in the miniskirt army, and she ran a panel pretty much to where like she helps, like get in contact with like voice actors and stuff, and she like kind of like hangs out with them in a way, and watches over them like during like cons and stuff. And she was telling us all sorts of stories about like Vic and everybody, and how like people ended up like shit faced and all that good old stuff, and ended up in like fountains and shit. And it was pretty entertaining. But that was my number 10, Anime Kagi 2010. I gave it an overall rating of 8.5 out of 10. And on to Nui.
Pass.
Yeah, he only has 7, so We'll skip him until we get to our 7s.
All right, then. So then, on to you, Pervy.
My number 9 is actually your number 10, Anime Kaigi 2010. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it was a pretty fun con. Located in beautiful Flagstaff, Arizona. Also very cold Flagstaff, Arizona at the time because it's the middle of fucking winter. It was freezing my balls off up there, but it was the con experience. It was really fun. Actually, when we left, it got up to be like in the 80s, almost 90s.
Actually, that was like one of the hottest summers there because at like nighttime there it was friggin' freezing.
Yeah, hottest
But
winter.
like during the day it got up to like 90 or something, but by
it was the
the
hottest
day we
winter.
left, it got up to like 97 or 98, which was pretty warm up there.
Yeah, but specifically, just really fun. Got to meet Johnny Young Bosch, Sonny Strait. There's a little story there about Johnny Young Bosch I love from this con. Asking him if he still believes in the power of the frog. He was in the Power Rangers movie. There's that funny story behind it to where, he says, he went and asked actually Haim Saban about it, and he said, can I be something cool like a hawk or like some kind of like some awesome animal better than a frog? And Haim Saban responded in kind with, well, we could always get someone else to play your role.
He's like, I love the frog.
It's like, oh yeah, I love frogs.
But yeah, like that. I think that was where I had asked him what he thought about playing the lead role for Mike Kamishiro in Please Twins, and he's like, man, that was a really fucking weird show. Because he's all like, man, which one of them is my sister? So which one can I date? Which one can I do so and so with? He's like, penis, go down.
Yeah, and we got to see iShine pretty much play for free.
Now that was pretty cool.
It was really cool because that was back when I actually really enjoyed iShine, and we got to see another band open for them that we actually knew the guys from for a while. And then the game room was pretty fun because that's when Modern Warfare 2 was king, and me and Zombie just pretty much blazed kids up there.
That and like it wasn't all fighting games.
Yeah, back when Back when AZHP gave a fuck about their gaming room.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming back to Sabo 2014.
But yeah, and my number 9, Anime Kaigi 2010.
Oh, also before that, was that to where we got that huge ass like pizza slices and stuff?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, it was located near the western part of Northern Arizona University. Shout out. First time for everything. Yeah, they had the little pizza shop to where they literally brought you out slices of pizza that are on like a 12-inch pizza pan.
Yeah, like no joke, because we were all like, yeah, could we get like 3 slices? And then she's like, are you sure that's pretty big? And of course we were like, yeah, man, we're starving. And then we didn't literally think that each slice would be like 12 inches long and like 12 inches wide. But thank God we were hungry, man. We pretty much destroyed it.
Yeah.
If that place is still there when we go to Kaikori, I must see this.
Yeah, man, like it was a pretty good pizza place, man. Like it wasn't just all like quantity, man. Like there was some quality there too.
Yeah, we'd have to travel a little bit of ways to get to where Northern Arizona University is, but
well, I think for where we turn right there, to head east toward Albuquerque.
right.
I think we have to go about another mile north, and then that's about it. It's not that far away.
Oh yeah, then we could definitely make the trip when we go up to Kaikoura.
Okay.
But yeah, moving on to Phoenix Otaku.
MSDF go to pizza place. Make a movie out of it.
Yeah, well, it'll be only like about an hour and a half movie because it'll take the drive and then us getting there because we don't smoke weed.
Hope we don't get pulled over by some cops.
Oh yeah, man, like the AZHB guys did because.
Burn.
So anyway,
Next time, don't let someone without a driver's license drive, you morons.
So anyway, My number 9. If you listen to episode 2 of my LiveCast, you've heard the dark side of this story. But here's what was actually good about it. So my number 9 is Phoenix Comic Con 2014. Now, there's a lot of, well, the few bad things about this con in particular. Of course, I stated that beginning of the end of anime as far as Phoenix Comic Con goes.
Nani Sade.
Okay.
Sorry, that's my bitch texting me.
Your left hand?
So, of course, you had the fake figures.
Yeah.
But Phoenix Comic Con 2014 had a lot of great things. The official panel debut of the successful panel debut of the MSDF, of course.
Right. Yeah.
Just the fact that, especially going to Five Guys Burgers pretty much every day, especially that one night that we were in there and there was that black guy just singing along to that one song over the radio.
Dude,
Manny got up and started dancing, and then like a few other people did too, and everything. Man, it was great.
I remember I actually was a part of that.
Dinner and a show.
Exactly.
I said, hey.
And plus, the one reason that wasn't anime, as far as me going to Phoenix Comic Con, seeing Paul and Storm perform live, and actually getting to hang out with Storm was fantastic. But overall, it was a good experience despite the low points of the convention. Plus, J-List being there.
Oh yeah, man. It's always good, man, just to see Peter.
Yeah, shout out to them for giving me school days, or let me buy school days.
Thank you for letting me buy the H Dojins collaboration and stuff and all that good old stuff.
And thanks for the Asuka Opie mousepad.
Taking your relationship with Asuka to a new level.
So anyway, number 9 for me is Phoenix Comic Con 2014.
Okay, and for my number 9, actually is the year before Phoenix Comic Con 2014. My number 9 is Phoenix Comic Con 2013.
Ah.
This was a great con. And this is actually where we actually got to meet you, Nui, for the first time.
Phoenix Otaku.
Not Nui, but yeah, Phoenix Otaku, my bad.
What?
I was about to say, what?
We've known him longer than that.
I was like, holy shit! When did I went back in time? I went through Albuquerque.
Everyone's going back in time this episode.
Gotta go back in time.
Took a long turn on Albuquerque.
Man, jumped in that TARDIS and went back.
But
Went back to before
2013.
Doctor Who existed.
Yeah, but yeah, 2013 was pretty gosh darn good. I can't really remember a whole lot from there other than Phoenix's panel he ran, which was the best recent anime from Japan.
Anime Seasons 2013. Look at the recent anime from Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't title my panels after them shitheads.
I'm sorry, but that was the first time we got to meet you. And that's when Timmy was all like, "Dude, I swear, if Ori Sure is number 1 on this list, I'm getting up and walking out of here." And lo and behold, it was. And Timmy's like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here, man."
Not kidding.
We don't need you anyway.
No, I'm not kidding when I said I hated that show. And I do hate that show. And I
Good
curse
show.
anyone who likes that show.
Well, F you, sir.
I will throw my Cube curse on you.
But I can't really remember or really a whole lot from this con other than the fact that I really enjoyed it more than this year, which was unfortunate. But surprisingly though, that's about really all I really remember from 2013. I mean, like, can you remember anything, Pervy,
Um,
to
Well,
refresh
unless
the
he has it
memory?
on it, unless he has it on his list.
J-List.
Well, right, I know that J-List was there.
J-List was there. They actually had a smaller booth, and at that time, it was really cool to actually um, get to see them, with such a small booth. And they actually said they really enjoyed it because, it wasn't, rushed like San Diego Comic-Con, or wasn't hectic like Expo. It was just kind of it was a smaller Comic-Con that they could just sit there and be like, let's talk to you guys for a little while I'm trying to sell you stuff.
Yeah, man, they really like it, but man, I can't remember hardly anything from East Comic Con. So,
I actually do remember some things. I remember, meeting, Yuri Lowenthal and Terry Platigan, kind of bringing it full circle. Um,
oh yeah, that's right, I
got
remember that.
to chat with Vic for a little bit, and he's always ever the nice guy is Vic Mignogna. Jacob and Mike were there from Faku. We pretty much bugged them for the entire con that we were there.
Yeah, that's true. We pretty much hung out with them for like the whole con.
I actually do remember we were sitting at like these tables where like the autographs were last year.
Yeah.
It was funny because the guy, I don't know who he is, but the guy who plays Mr. Wishy-Washy in fucking Family Guy, apparently he was there, and I heard him talking to somebody who was like said, that whole Mr. Wishy-Washy thing was so freaking hilarious, and it was funny because my friend had come up to the door one day or whatever, he was just pushing the crap out of my doorbell, and I opened the door and screamed at him, Bing Bong no more.
Every Bing Bong cost 25 cents. Bing Bong no more.
Yeah, I was just hearing that conversation. I was sitting there just kind of breaking up laughing, and I actually did get to meet Jamie Markey while I was there too. Had her sign my panty and stocking DVD cover. Of course, got to meet like one half of the coolest, crudest duo ever.
Yes.
Not gonna lie, she's pretty. She's like really pretty. Kind of almost fanboy, but I kind of held myself together. But yeah. Oh, and I remember Jacob and Mike because Carl from The Walking Dead was there. He was like Jacob and Mike were constantly joking about just slipping because they were separated by like this like black curtain or whatever, and they were gonna like say, hey Carl, here, take this. Don't show it to your mom, but take this, just like jokingly.
Yeah,
like,
man, just flip him some H manga and shit.
Just ruin that kid for life.
Oh no, man, I'm sure he's already. Dude, man, like, he's already a part of that show. I'm sure. I'm a gore and all that stuff. I'm sure a little bit of boobies ain't gonna hurt him.
But yeah, that was pretty much Phoenix Comic Con 13 in a nutshell.
Oh yeah, and also the Faku panels were freaking amazing, especially the dub your own hentai.
Yeah, they had.
Surprisingly, I was in that one.
It was really funny because that dub your own hentai panel was the best dub your own hentai panel I've seen.
I still like Michael's a little bit more than theirs, but theirs was still pretty fucking funny.
Well, I mean, it was pretty funny when the one black guy like whooped out like a belt or something and just went like that on like the table. No one expected it.
Yeah, it's true. But that was Comic-Con 2013. I gave that an 8.5 out of 10, and that was my number 9. And now on to Pervy's number 8.
Yeah, number 8. My number 8 is actually, it's my second con ever. It was my first time staying in a hotel. And later on, I'll talk about how I brought this full circle, too. Saboten 09. Saboten Con 09. I actually really like this convention as much as, everyone, a lot of people will disagree with me, mainly Zombie, Nui, and one of our friends. I actually enjoyed this con on the basis of not only was it my first time staying in a kind of a nice hotel in the Hilton over in Mesa, Arizona, but it was first time getting to see some really big names from anime, and it was really cool because it was Steve Bloom, Vic Mignogna, and Chuck Huber were all there. that was really freaking fun to see because they did the Steve and Vic actually did the real anime fans of Genius or whatever.
The Risen Bull Rangers.
Yeah, and they did a new one like literally live that day. I flipped. I immediately went and like looked up all the rest of them and just had the biggest laugh ever. You know, that's where they came up with Sweaty Glomper Girl, which was the newer one at the time. You know, and then myself and Zombie always constantly bring this up whenever we're drinking something from a straw. Chuck Huber,
Oh God, yes.
and all his infinite wisdom, saying that you cannot look like a tough guy when you drink from a straw.
It's true, you can't.
It was just really funny because I actually remember asking Steve Blum when I was a stupid weeaboo nartard back then. I think that was my first time, like first or second time cosplaying as Light from Death Note. But yeah, back when I was a stupid weeaboo, I actually decided to ask Steve, what would Sasuke or like, something about Sasuke in a mini skirt and Orochimaru's voice.
Oh God.
Like I said,
oh my God.
back when I was a stupid weeaboo.
I remember that, man. All the women just fangirled.
Yeah. That's actually if you look up Shadow Dragon 25 on YouTube, I'm sure he still has that panel. You could probably find me on there.
You know what, man? Just for that, I'm gonna look that up right now while we're doing this.
But yeah, it was just a really interesting con. It was my first con that I got to go. Was my first con that I got to actually stay there and go to.
Shadow Dragon who?
25.
25?
He does like all the Vic Mignogna panels wherever he goes, but yeah, Saboten 09. I mean, not really much else I can say about it. It was just really super fun to go to, and it's a shame that I haven't gotten to see Steve in such a long time, not since Expo 2011 actually. And I really hope I get to meet him or Chuck Huber again, because those two were really super fun to have around as guests. But yeah.
You didn't see Huber at Sabaku?
Oh no! Remember they had like the flight problems with Sabaku or whatever.
That was Habercorn.
I'm a
Huber was there all 3 days.
Do you know what part that was in?
It's like part 1, maybe part 2.
Okay, I'm gonna do part 1.
I don't know, but yeah, I actually didn't get to see him because we were so wrapped up with Sabaku, just out having a ball. So, but yeah, my number 8, Saboten Con 09.
And for me, I guess that would jump 4 years into the future for me. So my number 8, Saboten 2013.
And this is your number 8, correct?
Yes. So, first off, I will say that this con gave me the nickname Waifu in the Pocket. Well, Mr. Waifu in the Pocket.
Okay.
Because
Let's hear the story.
Because I had gotten this small. It was a really small scale Haruhi figure from the Otaku closet. And I was carrying it around in the pocket of my shirt.
Okay.
And then one guy that was always walking around with a video camera recording stuff while we were standing in line, he's like, "When are you, Mr. Waifu in the Pocket guy?" I'm like, "I guess."
That's the Gundam spin-off called Waifu in the Pocket. It ends pretty badly, I heard.
I might
ends
actually,
with hot gluing.
I might bring that back for 14.
Bringing it back. You don't call it a comeback.
Since we are running the Church of Haruhi panel, but we'll get into that later.
I'm taking it back.
But first off, just driving to the convention every morning, just blasting the opening to Madoka and Nichijou while just driving around in the parking lot, just getting people to look at me like, "What the fuck?" having a good time with that. And then the convention itself, I mean, you look at the voice actors who were there. You had the entire, pretty much a good chunk of, you had pretty much the main cast of EVA there. You had Spike Spencer, Mr. Tornado Adventures, Tornado Crusader. You had
Shout out to Spike.
John Swayze as Gendo.
It's like having 2 dicks or 3 dicks.
Man, that whole con was good except for some stuff.
Yeah.
You had Tiffany Grant, who did
Nicest person
Asuka.
in the world.
Yes, I actually ran into her on the in the vendor room.
I was gonna say I thought I saw her running around there too.
Talked to her for a second about Asuka. They had Yuko Miyamura, who did the Japanese voice for Asuka, which was just fantastic meeting her. And then, of course, Laura Bailey, who called me senpai when I met her first.
Oh man, I bet you just creamed your jeans.
Pretty much.
I'm not gonna lie, Travis Willingham is a pretty lucky man. She's pretty cute.
Yeah.
She's like a younger sister kind of figure almost.
Oh my gosh, this has got a terrible image of like Lane sitting in the closet watching them two. It's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
This is what your mind is on drugs.
No, this is what your mind is on hentai.
It's late at night, no hentai in sight. he's all like in the closet and shit. Anyway, I'm sorry about that. Go on.
So, of course, Laura Bailey, the voice of Rise from Persona 4. I can't remember. Amanda Wen Lee was supposed to be there, but she couldn't make it because of back surgery.
Yeah.
I forgot, like, didn't her and Tiffany Grant get into a fight via, like, Skype or something like that?
I don't remember.
At that panel?
Yeah, it was
Or,
like the
like-
Evangelion panel. They were all like poking fun at one another or something like that, from what I heard.
Yeah. And then he's like, bitch, don't make me come out of the screen and beat your ass. And all that good old stuff. It was pretty funny.
But first panel of the day we go to, it was supposed to be a panel for Amanda Wen Lee. It turns out to be John Swayze. And just hearing him talk about just different roles and then him sharing the story about Monica Rial at, I think, Anime St. Louis, where she saw shit in the fucking stairwell.
Yes, man, and we were at that. No, we weren't. No,
No,
we
it
weren't.
was like 2011, 2010.
Yeah,
something
that's
like
right, man. That was 2011. My bad.
And of course, spending about like $500 just on figures alone at that convention.
that.
Pretty much doubling or so my fucking figure collection at the time.
I was gonna say oh shit, I forgot his name. Okay, my bad. I just went completely just spaced out right there. I'm a Nui. I was gonna say, man, like Nui took after you, man, especially when it went to like Sabaku, man. Man, like he spent like 500 on figures there.
No shit.
760.
Yeah, he went away with like 2 freaking like plastic bags full of them.
Yeah, and these weren't tiny bags, man. These were like bags that were like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, but of course, what really allowed me to get like so many of them, because I got in 12, was because of the Otaku Closet. Just people selling them left and right. Just like, okay, here's $10 for that, $10 for that. Oh, hello, I'll take these 2 for 20.
It's like, can I haggle you down to nothing?
And I would do that too. And then, of course, people from Phoenix Comic Con 2013 being like, hey, you ran anime seasons. Great seeing you again.
Yes.
Just having that recognition from paneling.
Dude, man, I mean, man, that was such a good con. but it had so many it didn't have that many flaws, but what they were bad.
Yeah. There wasn't really that much as far as paneling went, but the panels that I went to were actually pretty good.
I was gonna say well now we're just getting off track here.
Yeah.
But like they did have good panels, but not a
But
lot of them.
but anyway, my number 8. Oh yeah, and I also got my first Daki Makura there.
Your first Daki.
Which reminds me, at Sabo 2014, I'm gonna have to get another one, just so I can have 2.
I was gonna say, did you poke a hole in the other one?
No, I take care of my shit.
I was gonna say, man, my Dakis are on my bed right there next to you, Lane. Don't do anything to them.
I don't think he's a redhead kind of guy.
Nah. But
Both of them are Yoko.
I think it's gonna be a tradition whenever I go to Sabo to get a new Daki Makura. But yeah, my number 8 is Saboten 2013, and on to Zombie.
And with my number 8 is Kikoricon 2013.
Lucky bastard.
Flagstaff, Arizona. Now this was a really good con. Pretty much what had happened is that Monkey Paw, I think like something didn't fall through for the Kage thing.
If you want, I can actually explain that story because I actually heard the whole details for that.
Okay, well then you go on and just tell this part. Okay, go on.
Alright, so Anime Kage was pretty much just run by these 2 fans that knew how to actually get it started and keep it going for a while, but eventually they didn't really know anything as far as the business aspect of conventions go. So when they started losing focus and started just going there just to have fun, as instead of trying to make the con better, it started to slip, and then they started losing money on it. So Greg, once Kaige fell in January of 2013, Greg decided, okay, here, I'll buy this from you and turn it into Kaikori-Con.
Okay, fair enough. And and pretty much what how this began is through that. But what it was is that it all started on Kickstarter, and they needed to raise, I think, like $2,000, I think. And I think that was just to cover for just the days itself. That didn't include, I think, like actual staff that help ran or anything like that. But what turned out to be is that I think it got to about 1,000 within a week. Then it went like still for like the next like 2 weeks or so, and then on the last like 5 days, they got like 18 or 1,900 extra more bucks, and they were over their wanted goal and all that stuff, and so everything turned out good.
Official Kickstarter, because I actually looked it up while you're talking about it, $5,121, and the goal was 2,500.
Yeah.
Right, exactly, man. They like they got double or more.
So yeah, we Arizonans love our anime cons.
Yep, that's true. Unfortunately, this time it actually attracted, I think, a little bit more like mainstream fans, but that was still okay though. Because that was one thing I forgot to mention about Anime Kage as my number 10, is that when we went up there, we're all like, oh gosh, these people live here in the boonies, sort of. They're all they're gonna know is mainstream stuff, and to our surprise, with me and Pervy, they knew a lot of like stuff that was going on from Japan and all that stuff, and we were pleasantly surprised. But that's not to take away anything from Koricon. I think it was, we had like 700 people there, I think. It felt like a lot more because it was pretty packed. But this could be because it was in the Little America Hotel, but that place was still pretty cool.
Classy.
725 from Greg himself.
Yeah, that hotel, Little America. Shout out to you guys. 'Cause you guys are one classy hotel. I'm not gonna lie.
And and like, what do you call it? Like, it's nothing too expensive. First, that's one thing, is that I want to eat breakfast there, because they have an awesome all you can eat breakfast stuff, and
Buffet.
it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's only like $12. But for the con itself, though, how many rooms did we have, Pervy?
A
I
lot
think we
actually.
only, I think we had, I think it was around like 4 or 5 different rooms, surprisingly.
Right.
But the rooms themselves, though, weren't actually really that big. I forgot what else. It was just an overall really good con.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. You're forgetting to mention a few things. Both.
oh yeah,
Both.
I was going to talk about more about Monaco and all that.
Yeah, I was gonna say both Monica Rial and Chris Sabat were there. That was really fun to meet them.
Yes, all the panels that they ran were excellent.
Yeah, especially the panty and stocking panel on the last day. That was really fun.
Yes, that was a great panel.
Yeah, I remember asking Chris about there was this. I remember because I watched like the commentary behind the scenes of panty and stocking from like the Blu-rays on YouTube, to where they were like talking about what their favorite line was from panty and stocking, or just like their favorite thing from it. Chris had mentioned, there's one scene in particular that he read on the script that said, "It's like this is the one scene I've been waiting for my entire career." Like jokingly, he said, "Scene taking a dump," is what it said on the script. He said that was like probably the best thing he's probably ever done.
It's like taking a
Also,
dump.
with the dealer room too. The dealer room was kind of tiny, but one other thing, it's actually where me and Zombie got to know a little artist by the name of James Perry II, because he's the only
Yes.
person who actually had anything Kill la Kill based at that time.
Right, and wasn't a part of like the actual mainstream, which we were thrilled about, and we talked to him a lot.
Yeah, like every day we were there.
Yep, and I remember we stood there for like 2 hours and stuff, and and we just stood there, just talking to him and everything, and surprisingly, we were, wary of other people, in case they wanted to look at stuff, and so, and, and people just didn't know about Kill la Kill, mainly because the show had just started. I think, what was it,
A
Timmy?
month ago.
Or not-
It was
Yeah,
a month
month-
Yeah,
before
like,
it.
A month beforehand, yeah.
yeah, man, it was just like a month ago, and hardly anybody knew about it, and so we were all like, dude, like, are you watching this? And he's just like, yes, high five, please. And then on from there, man, we pretty much talk to one another and stuff, and then all of our relationships and stuff, really began to. I'm not in like a gay way or anything, but as in our relationships and like and like respect for one another and stuff like that really showed at TaioCon the in the coming January, and that's where we had really met you, Lane. And as a matter of fact, we met at James Perry's booth.
Yep.
But yeah, great panels by Chris and Monica. Overall, it's just a really good con. It was freezing ass cold.
Yeah, it was like 13 to 15 degrees every day, like in the like early mornings.
Yeah,
It's actually
it was freaking.
it was actually the one con that actually got me into watching Teen Titans Go on and off also, because I just remember Zombie being asleep or whatever. I was like, I'm bored, I'm just gonna watch TV, see what's on. Oh god, Teen Titans Go is on. I don't want to watch the show because I don't like the original Teen Titans. I sat down and watched about 2 or 3 episodes of that and laughed my ass off because it was actually really funny.
But that was my number 8, KikoriCon 2013, 8.5 out of 10 in Flagstaff, Arizona. And now we're going to move on to number 7, and Nui here has number 7.
Well, it's Derek that starts. Well, it's Pervy that starts it out. So when we get back around to
Yeah, it'll be like me, then Nui, then yeah.
me,
Well, thought we
it's
went. I thought we
Pervy,
went.
and me.
Okay. Well, yeah. Either way.
But
Either way is fine.
my number 7 is actually Saboten Con 13. Just I sort of enjoyed this con. I mean, I don't. There
I mean,
were there were the
this is the
problems that
list.
we. Yeah, there were the problems there. Of course, the Kings game being shite yet again. Um, but like every other panel that we actually attended, which wasn't a lot, we actually had fun in. We went to the John Swayze panel. That's where he told us a story about the line that got cut from Borderlands 2, his little character, to where his special ability is having 3 guns. One of his shouts was, "It's like having 3 dicks." But it's funny because you remember he told us a story about the dude who carved that into like a wood plaque for him. He's like, "Yeah, it sits in my garage now."
I'm surprised we didn't run into each other at that panel,
Yeah, I know.
considering the fact that I was sitting literally first row in the aisle seat.
We were like near the back somewhere, but yeah,
Like we were in the very back.
a lot of time in the dealer room. I bought probably one of my favorite Senna figure, I should say, her maid costume holding the tray with all the stuff on it from season 2, which Senna in a maid uniform, awesome.
Senna.
I think I actually bought the Dakimakura cover of Sora from Yosuga no Sora. I was like,
we just lost a follower.
yeah, I looked at it. I looked through all the documents. I'm like, this is the only one that I actually know and like actually want to have because it's just Sora and she's adorable. I'm still not sure why I bought it, and I remember that booth explicitly because I actually did buy Yazuri from Bento, the blue-haired girl. That a figure of her as well.
Yes, the ice queen.
I remember that table because I remember looking at the figures off to the right-hand side of the table and that table being blown out on like the last day to where there was like hardly anything. And I remember seeing the Dockies hanging up, and one of them was Menma from Anohana, and I'm like, come on, dude, you can't have that up there. That's just not right.
Yeah.
I remember, the shitty laser tag area, which was a dumb idea. But
don't even get me started on that damn area.
Sitting in the autograph line hearing the same songs over and over again. It's why now I can't unhear that one Gorillaz song without thinking about that. Yeah, we went to
make new friends and shoot them.
Yeah, we went to what was it? Con Horror Stories with Matt Greenfield and Tiffany Grant. That was really fun. Got to hear some of the weirdest shit that went on at cons and outside of cons even. And we got to stay for Spike Spencer's panel, which was fucking hilarious because Spike Spencer is a really funny man. And, I actually explicitly remember asking Spike Spencer what Shinji's favorite Linkin Park song was. And I kind of think I dumbfounded him because he really didn't know. He had to ask his fiance at the time to help him out, and getting to meet Laura Bailey and Travis Willingham, both it was really awesome to getting to meet them because, just getting like because I'm trying to get Fire Emblem Awakening signed by like everybody, so getting Lucina / Marth down and getting Travis Willingham's character down. I mean just. Boom, boom, talking with them for a little bit about their various roles. It was really cool to see. It was really cool to meet them. Getting Tiffany Grant, having, because I had Spike Spencer sign my badge, and he signed over Asuka. And when Tiffany Grant saw it, she's like, damn it, that Baka Shinji just signed over my face. Stupid, stupid Shinji.
I know. She said the exact same thing for me because Spencer signed mine first.
It was really funny because I remember actually seeing him. Someone had like an Ava Wall scroll, and he drew like a glasses and a mustache on Shinji. It was pretty funny.
I'll make a man out of Shinji.
Before you, this reminds me of this conversation that Shinji and Gendo were having. They were actually doing the voices for him while doing the signing, just like, Shinji, get in the robot. I don't wanna. It smells like Bengay. Yeah, getting to meet, talk to John Swayze a little bit about stuff, and
talking with Matt Greenville. It was really cool to meet all the guests. It was really fun. But, there were some problem panels here and there, that weren't really all that cool. Or, yeah.
Yeah, man, there
any
wasn't
of my
really
panels.
that many. Yeah, there wasn't that many panels. I think me and Pervy only went to maybe like 4 or 5 panels.
Yeah,
That's it.
I remember leaving when I'm like, I was kind of disappointing at this con, but at the same time, I still had a lot of fun. So that's why it's at my number 7, Saboten Con 13.
And on to Phoenix.
Phoenix Otaku.
Alright. My number 7 saw the introduction of me as a panelist. And my number 7 is Phoenix Comic Con 2013.
Not a very good panelist if you have Orishura at number 1.
F you, sir. Odishuda is a great show, and you know it.
He's like, suck my dick.
But yeah, just running, first off, day one, going into the room that my actual panel was going to be in, and just sitting up there with this guy who was running a 4-part panel throughout the entire weekend about actual animation. Sitting up there for 2 hours before his panel started because the preview day panels don't start for anime until 6 o'clock for some goddamn reason. And also brought this one person along with me, and this someone never want to bring to a convention with again.
Excuse that, I just dropped my phone.
And we were hanging out with this partially blind guy, and every single time he sees me at a convention, he's just like, "So, did you bring the non-stop and bitch along?"
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the guy that like cosplays as like what's his name from Inuyasha a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, like that dude's pretty cool though, man. Like he's all right, man. He's not bad. Well, actually, really, like he's not really blind.
I like how that went from cool to he's all right.
So anyway,
Good, all right. How fast your opinion of this person just ascended him.
Well, no, because like what do you call it? I know what he like talks about and stuff. I mean, like once he gets going, like he doesn't stop talking. And so I know where Lane's coming from and all that stuff.
No. I'm not talking about him, the non-stopping bitch. I'm talking about the person, this girl that I brought with me, because she wanted to go to a convention. So I'm like, okay, just bring the money to be able to go, and I'll drive you there.
Okay.
And she hung out with him the entire con that day for like 4 hours, and just every single time he sees me and we talk, he's just like, "So is the annoying bitch here?" I'm like, thankfully, no. She's back home in the kitchen.
But like what I was saying though is that the guy's pretty cool though, man. Like he's pretty chill.
Yeah. So anyway, and then of course, as Phoenix Comic Con tradition, going to Five Guys Burgers every single day to get a drink. And then of course Friday comes along and the debut of Anime Seasons 2013. Just sitting in there for 2 hours before the panel starts because nothing was going on in that room, just playing anime music. And then all of a sudden I just see Pervy just walk in, just sits down getting ready for this panel. All of a sudden the opening for Orishura comes on and he's just like, "Fuck this shit." and he walks saying like Orishura was a horrible show, and I'm just like, well, who needs you?
And I'll still retain that.
I'm gonna kill you.
I will still retain that as a horrible show.
And
That
that's
was
why
a
next
great
episode
show.
you're not gonna show up.
That's why Aniplex
Actually-
licensed it before Ganiwo. What? Left hook.
Not cool.
He's like, not cool, bro. But actually, guys, it's been longer than 45 minutes. I believe we started at. Well, no, yeah, like it's been about 40 minutes. My bad.
It's okay if this episode becomes our longest.
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah, that's
Not
true.
a big deal.
we're actually at officially an hour. So when we get to before we do our top 5, y'all want to take a break?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, before we get to our top 5, let's do a break.
So anyway.
But Phoenix Comic Con 2013, as far as panels go, they were good. But as far as the actual events go, there wasn't really anything that stood out. So, my number 7, Phoenix Comic Con 2013, otherwise known as the Introduction to Phoenix Otaku.
And for my number 7 is TaioCon 2014. And I gave this an 8.5 out of 10, and it was in Mesa, Arizona. Now, this is where we got to meet Lane for a true first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say that this con didn't. What do you call it? It did not start off really that well. I think Pervy. Well, I mean, like it started off okay. I thought.
Yeah.
But there really wasn't really a whole lot of panels that we really wanted to go to.
Yeah, we kind of bounced around trying to, figure out how or what panels to go to and everything.
And then I think it was
Go ahead.
Oh. Okay. I was gonna say yeah. Like we had bounced around and we didn't really go to hardly any panels. We went to maybe like one panel I think all throughout the day, and we were just digging around. Then finally we're like, what about this one panel called Best Recent Anime or something like that? And I can hear my echo and it's annoying as hell.
Yeah, we.
But anyway, point in being, we go in there and it's these guys. This is an example of how not to run a panel is to completely shit on your audience for what they like or what they don't like, because with them it wasn't their opinion of what was best, it was just like a bunch of stuff from all over from like the past year that they were going over, and they would just completely shit on the actual audience and stuff if someone liked it. They're like, you don't know what's really that good and all that stuff. And I was like, dude, man, you don't do that to your audience, because, quite frankly, even if I know the guy is being a troll and shit, man, I mean, like, that's why I was being a troll to him back. I was like, all right, man, you want to play this game? All right, man, I'll take you on here. and so it just devolved into nothing but a giant shit fest. And so I was like, man, this is not how you interact with your audience or anything like that. I can understand if you were to disagree with something, but what the hell was that? Anyway, I'm a just have some respect for your audience and respect their opinion, and just don't completely shit on them. And that's mainly why I didn't really particularly care for that panel. But now that panel is what made us really decide once we had met Lane. Once me and Pervy had went to James's booth, and this was at like what, Pervy, at like 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I remember specifically sitting around. It was the area in the bar. It was in the bar area behind his booth. So we were just back and forth chatting with him whenever he wasn't busy. And then we were chatting with Phoenix Otaku at the time, and I was trying not to get plastered off some of the stuff they had because, I tried to freaking, drink various drinks named after anime, which one was a Yoko Kano, and that one was fucking terrible because it was like sake and whiskey mixed.
I don't know why, for some reason, I thought that was Saturday.
No, it wasn't, man. That was Saturday night. Or not Saturday night, but Friday night.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because the lounge was on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And so that's what made us decide after like 2 or 3 hours of like just hanging out and talking with James and all that stuff, and and what do you call it? I thought I thought it was James that said, "Well, why don't you just create your own group?" And then we're like, you know what? That doesn't sound too bad. But we were just kind of, just piss shotting it around and all that good old stuff. And then finally, I believe you, Lane, was all like, you know what, guys, man, like y'all seem really cool and all that shit, man. We need to hang out more too. And I think we need to create a plan to create a panelist group. And we're like, you know what? We fucking really need to, man. We need to get rid of all. Well, not get rid of, but we need to update the actual anime community and into what's out there other than just mainstream stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's also where we came up with, the Maho Shoujo Defense Force name. That's where we came up with our first of many panel ideas. # ship it. Just so on.
Dude, man, we talked for a long time, man. We talked until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
I actually remember specifically for that because we were sitting there watching the playoffs going on too.
Oh yeah, man, where the Colts came back after like a 30-some-odd point deficit and beat the Chiefs.
Yeah. That, and we were watching the Saints play too, if I remember.
Oh, that's right. The Saints lost, didn't they?
No, they won.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did?
Mm-hmm.
It's also the first time. It's also the con that actually got us into actually looking into how figures are made into made into bootlegs, and how to spot a bootleg, and trying to win some cast off figures via rock paper scissors. Even though I got my ass kicked,
You made it to the finals twice.
and I somehow
Yeah, man, there's both people in there too, and you lost both times.
I think I threw like rock once and then like scissors another time, and I got beat both times.
You gotta throw scissor blade next time. Nothing beats a scissor blade. Unless it's Rugio.
But yeah, that was Saturday when we went to. No, it wasn't Saturday morning. It was like 1 or 2 in the afternoon that we went to see Mitan's panel about counterfeits and stuff.
Yeah, how to spot.
No, counterfeits was the beginning of the day on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. It was how to spot a bootleg.
Bigger collecting was on Saturday.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
And I remember that because I was the one who dragged you guys into that panel.
And I remember Saturday night was the
Naughty Figures.
Yeah, the Naughty Figures panel.
That was a great panel.
Also, I remember specifically Saturday night sitting at that fucking table in front of the rave or whatever have you it was, handing out Space Dandy candy.
Oh my gosh, the Space Dandy candy.
The fucking purple licorice, and then the fucking, the ecstasy tablets that Zombie had somehow.
The great flavored ecstasy tablets.
Yeah, the great flavored ecstasy tablets that came in like freaking Decepticon 10.
And I'm just like, these may be laced with cocaine.
Yeah, no, because one guy's like, "Hey, man, are these what I think they are?" And then Lane's like, "They might be laced with cocaine." And then he's like, "Fuck it, I'm doing it." And his friend's like, "No!" He's like, "Ah!" And then after like a minute, he's all like, "You lied to me."
And
it was all great, but then I was like.
And then the black guy with the grape licorice. This is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys if we seem a little bit of stereotypical, but we shit you not, that's exactly the way it happened.
It was.
Yeah.
And it was
even
pretty
came
fucking
back for
funny.
More.
I know. At first he thought he was like getting trolled because like I think the the grape and black deal and shit.
Yeah.
And we're like, dude, no, seriously, man, we're not trolling you, dude. Like seriously, man, like it's really good. And he tried it. And he's like, man, this is good. And we're like, yeah, see. But yeah, we hyped the living shit out of Space Dandy. Man, we're like, Space Dandy candy, come get your dandy candy, and all this other shit.
Specifically, why I watched season 1 is because we hyped the crap out of it.
Yep. Good times. And I'm pretty much. Yeah, that's how the MSDF was pretty much made. And oh yeah, man, our trip to Sonic, that was an adventure.
Yeah, that was a fucking smart thing to do, to walk 2 miles to a fucking We were gonna walk fucking 5 miles to a damn McDonald's, but luckily Phoenix Otaku had the eyesight to spot a Sonic 2 miles in. That was smart.
Exactly, man. We're like, yeah, exactly, man. We're like, fuck it, dude. We're starving to death, man. Let's just eat here.
That
Yeah,
was
that was
also the
smart.
night I actually started posting shit to Twitter.
Yeah, no. That's where we also saw that concrete block that said your mom.
Yeah. I remember specifically ordering something from Sonic and it saying onion ring. And I'm getting one
Yeah.
giant onion ring. Thanks a lot, assholes.
Yeah,
At
I
least
know.
they
I
weren't
was like,
deceiving
really?
you.
It says... exactly, because we're like, oh, sweet, man, it comes with onion rings. No, it says onion ring.
Fucking one ring to rule them all.
It was kind of hysterical, though, but I know that you were pissed. You were like, really? What the hell is this? But yeah, that's pretty much how the MSDF came to be. And how our friendships and all that stuff continued on, and thank goodness though for that, because it's been a blast so far.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, that's my number 7. Now we're gonna move on to Nui this time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I gotta pause the video here. Okay. All right, here we go. My number 7. Was it great this year? Phoenix Comic Con 2014.
Right.
So much hate, but there were some good things. What? Why it's on
Well,
this
yeah, man.
list?
Like there was good.
Well, yeah, there was good things. I'm just saying the major reason why it was on this list is because we first started our panels.
Right.
Man, I was nervous as shit. I swear to God.
Well, dude, man, don't worry, man. I choked too, dude, during the Kill a Kill panel. I choked some.
I know I was gonna say some shit, but Lane and Timmy were just going off like, "Fuck, can I say something?"
Well, we were running out of time for one.
I know, I know.
We were booking it for an hour for Kill la Kill, and we got pretty far in, so you can only imagine how we're gonna do for 2.5.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Holy shit. But yeah.
Well, let's just get shit-faced during the panel and it'll fly by.
Yeah. And also, if I wasn't wearing my goddamn squid hat, nobody would have been able to find us.
Squid Man!
That's true.
Squid Ink says, "Watch your beak."
I was gonna say, didn't we find his father there? Like the guy who was wearing
Yes,
the purple
we did,
squid?
man. He was purple.
Yeah.
His father and his sister or something.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah. No, man, we were like, go and have like sex with him. man, and make some more babies.
He got an ink in his mouth.
Make some. Yeah, no, man. Go on and make some squidly. Play Splatoon together.
But yeah, besides that, it was finished Comic Con, but what made me more now not wanting to go near it no more at this point is the weeding out the anime part.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm into Star Trek and all the other shit, but first thing comes first. I'm a fucking otaku.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm sorry. You're gonna have my finger and not take my cash anymore. Fuck you.
Well, yeah, man. Dude, man. We feel betrayed, but yet they're all like, yeah, we cater to all.
We cater to all fans.
If you're American.
Man.
My ass.
Right, exactly, which is bullshit.
We cater to all American fan bases.
Oh my god.
Well, like I've said before, guys, we saw it in the programming. Anime programming pretty much started at noon instead of like 10, when everything else did. So that right there was a little bit of a sign. And then all the quote-unquote anime-related or Japanese-related panels ended all at around like 8 to 8:30, and there was nothing else after that. Nothing.
All that open space.
Yeah, man. Like there was like 5 hours of like open space after that, and I was like, wow, dude, this is not cool. That was one of the problems.
Yes. But you know what? Another good thing came out of it. I bought my Gundam model kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I got a model kit fanatic issue. And want to know the reason why I didn't buy any model kits at Sabaku this year? But yeah, this year? Probably because they didn't have any and I just went figure crazy.
No shit.
I
Well,
was.
or yeah, I was gonna say, well, like one reason why I think is you watch Strike Witches or whatever with us, and you're like, you know what, man, I really fucking love this show, so I'm gonna get some figures of it.
Yes, I do. I have. Shit. I got Priest and. What's the other chick's name? The lazy one.
Barkhorn, Barkhorn, no,
Perrine and Erica.
yeah, like Perrine and
Hartman.
Erica.
Hartman?
Yeah. Hartman.
Yeah, yes, yes. I gotta get the others. But my figure collection right now is just all blondes, which good reason why to stay out of my way because I see a blonde, I'll go fucking nuts. Cuckoo for my Cocoa Puffs.
My
So-
figure collection is nothing but is 6% Asuka. And by that I mean I have 6 figures of Asuka.
Yeah. The next blonde girl you're gonna meet's in Colorado, Kobe.
I'm a,
Oh, fuck you. Okay, you son of a bitch. I'll get you this year. Oh, I got a surprise for you guys this year. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna get you, Timmy. I'm gonna get you, Colin, Amos, Lane, and Adrian.
As I say, by the way, this podcast brought to you by Kobe brand condoms for the sex that you want that she doesn't.
You
Derek's
know,
like,
if I was on a second floor right now, I would beat the. God damn it, I'm pissed.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, James was there. Timmy bought me this manga that I wanted to get, anyways.
Yeah. Orange Crows Volume 1. Go pick that up if you
Yes.
ever run into James Perry II. It's
Volume
worth
2's coming out too.
Yes,
Yep.
it's not your
Cool.
traditional manga. It's
Yeah,
black
it actually,
knees.
yeah, it literally reads like left to right instead of right to left, which is strange.
Yeah,
I know, man. I know. It's like this, dude. I'm like, why? Then you get used to it.
But you know, at least Volume 2 will be coming out, and it will be out for time for Sabo.
Yeah,
That's
I will.
one good thing.
Oh, you know what else made me really happy while we're at the con? Yes, I'm gonna go a little Gundam nerd here because that one guy that came out of nowhere at the end of our, I think it was, Monica panel, whatever.
Right? Yeah.
He just asked me, "Did you watch episode 7 of Gundam Unicorn?" I was like, "This must be a sign from heaven." I got two things to describe that show: magical shields and time machines. And he agreed. He agreed. We started talking. It was telling you, Gundam fan first because that's what I started out watching. VHS.
Oh, kind of speaking of Comic Con, I actually kind of remember it was myself and like Zombie, and I think Nui actually went and did this too. There's a local store called Bookman's where they sell like books, old video games, and junk like that. They had like a little like wheel or whatever
Oh,
that you could like
gosh.
spin or whatever, and you could get like
Gosh,
prizes.
that thing.
Oh Jesus! I got a pen out of it.
Hashtag creepy wink hype because there's a thing to where you could land on it. It says creepy wink, and he would just like the guy at the table would give you like a creepy looking wink.
I think I was the one that got the my ribbon is better than yours, to go underneath my badge
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, because I was like, please don't get the creepy wink because if I do, I'm gonna fucking hit him in his face. That's what I was like. I was like,
Yeah.
no, dude, that shit's fucking disturbing.
But yeah.
What else did I bought there? Can't really remember.
Oh yeah, that's one thing before we got to do before we go to Sabo. Or not screw it. And never mind. I'll just leave that here for later.
Or you're gonna
Since we're
say get kicked out of a
Applebee's.
yeah, Applebee's.
No, man. We'll talk about Sabo here.
No,
After
no,
we
no.
finish our top 10.
No, dude. Good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves kicked out of an Applebee's in Texas and say because we're all gonna say we're Democrats.
That or we're gay.
Yeah, you know what? I can probably just say both.
or we could say that we're Texan fans. Either or.
No, man.
Okay.
We'll tell them that we're Oklahoma fans.
Oh God.
Yeah. We
How about
get
them
shot?
Eagles?
Oh Jesus!
But yeah.
Eagles fans.
I think we get shot.
We made it to the playoffs more than you have in the last 19 years. You
Oh.
haven't made it to the Super Bowl.
Thank God. Thank God they didn't shoot us. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's
gosh, man,
my
that's
line.
coming up later, man. That's
Yeah,
coming
but-
up later.
but
That's
moving
coming up in another episode, too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it
moving
is.
on.
So yeah, besides that, the con's been okay. Just being a basic con, but heading next year, probably not. I don't see that happening.
Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm going there one day, and that'll be Thursday, as long as J-List is going there.
So you're gonna pay $80 for another badge?
No. One day, sir.
Yeah, like I
Okay.
think one day is like $30. Almost like
Uh,
$30.
Preview day, I think, is like 20.
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. That works better for you.
Oh, all right. Well, my number 7 was Phoenix Comic Con 2014. Next to whoever 6 is.
I think that's me.
Yeah, you Jew.
Well, we just actually discussed it. My number 6 is Sabaku 14. I want to save some of the stories from when we have our special guest on, so I'm not gonna talk too much about that. But it was my first time, going to New Mexico. God, I hated that fucking car ride. It was 6 fucking hours too long.
At least you were in the front seat, goddammit.
I knew we should have taken a plane. But yeah, it was a 6-hour car drive there, and by the time we got there, I'm pretty sure we were all burned out. The deal.
I forgot. All right, go on.
ahead.
I was gonna say, like, where the hell did we eat when we got there?
Godfathers.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right, man. We did eat a Godfather's pizza, man. That place was pretty good.
yeah.
Told you, I never give a bad recommendation for food.
But yeah, the dealer's room was pretty good. I got a few figures from there. Got my first Nendroid ever, which was Kreese from Steins Gate. Got my first Figma ever, which was, go figure, Supersonico. I bought the Star Platinum figure, which is normally about $100 or so online. It only costed me like 60, 70. Bought the Barkhorn figure. Just bought a whole bunch of figures. I got a couple free keychains. I got all those freaking Love Live keychains that are now on my conning backpack.
Yeah, man. I got the Love Lives too.
No, got some prints from James.
Yep,
Some of the
same
good
thing.
stuff. Went to a couple panels. If you ever get the chance, you ever see a crew named a conning crew or a panelist group of 2 people called Vitamin H, go to their panels because it's really worth it. Those were like some of my favorite panels. Those 2 were my favorite panels at the convention.
Those were really, really well put together, guys. We're not talking like good, like regular, like con, like put together panels. We're talking like some pro, like editing and shit. Like it was really good.
Yeah, it was like the worst hentai dubs, and then tunes that go bump in the night, which is about horror or like horror anime, which is really cool. I remember I forgot. Yeah, they had a Kill la Kill rave there. No one dressed up in Kill la Kill anything.
Well, I think there was like 1 or 2 people. That was it. I think we were the only people that were repping like Kill la Kill pretty much because we wore our like 3-star Goku uniform t-shirts and stuff.
And our nudist beach shirts.
Yeah, yes, that is.
Time.
Well, no, I picked up mine. Wait a minute, did I pick up mine there?
No. You picked up yours like before we went because you got it from the site.
Oh yeah, that's right, I did.
LevelUpStudios.com. But
No, wait a minute, man. I got that at Phoenix Comic Con.
no, you didn't.
Well, not the 3-star, but the nudist beach one.
No, you bought that online. That was
No,
before.
no, Nudist Beach was at Phoenix Comic Con because I
Yeah,
got it.
because I remember buying that at Phoenix Comic Con.
That must
Because
have
he
been
got
the
it when
only
I was
one.
getting it.
I must have been the only one then because I bought it beforehand and wore it
I,
at the con.
yeah, like I think you did like I think you wore that on like the second day we were there. I think.
Yeah, then we went to how to draw sexy women panel, which was fun because beforehand we fucking dicked around with some balloons that was really fun. It was like a freaking volleyball game in there.
Yes, that was great, and to where I got my 18 and up print made by Armand.
Yeah, and
It was great.
it's just a lot of fun. There was a one story I can't wait to share. It was at the anime Name That Tune panel. I really can't wait to share that story because that's one of my favorite stories beyond the beyond the Malaysian Cup incident and the
Denny's After Dark.
yeah, the guy that still had the balls to flip the train off story.
Yeah, I'm pretty much when it gets to be my turn for Sabaku. I'm not really gonna touch on it a whole lot because that's gonna be for a whole nother episode, pretty much.
Oh, also one last thing before I end here, Crown Royal Hotel, Crown Royal Plaza, whatever the hell you're called.
It's the Crown Plaza.
Crown Plaza. Okay, thank you. Crown Plaza in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Fix your fucking HDMI situation, motherfuckers. If you ever want me to come back, got it?
He'll use his stand on you.
Well, no HDMI, no life. but yeah, my number 6, Abakacon 14.
Yeah, we don't really want to spoil a lot about Subaku for our story for the episode coming up.
Right.
But my number 6 is the first con I actually ever went to, and that is Saboten 2011. And one of the main things that sticks out, you first get there and the first cosplayer you see is a fat Misty.
Now, like, are we talking like? Now, like, are we talking like thick? Are we talking heavy? Or are we talking like, holy crap?
Damn! We're talking damn!
Damn!
Okay, so yeah, then that's like bigger than me. Okay.
That's way bigger than you.
But anyway, you get there and walk into the vendor room, and it's this nice area that seems like it's cut off for everything while still being in the convention. Walk up to this table, and there's this table full of Persona 3 and Persona 4 stuff. Mostly Persona 3 at the time, actually. And there, at his first con, as well as mine, is James Perry II. And I actually became the first person to ever have a commission drawn by him.
Nice.
Just hung out with him about an hour throughout the entire con because of going to other places. But get a commission drawn from him of Yukari from Persona 3 and Yukiko from Persona 4. But then another thing that actually stands out about this convention is I was standing at this table and there's these 3 women there. And I was 17 at the time, so this is no problem. Even though I didn't know their age, so even if they were under 18, it's not. But
I can still bang them. That's what y'all like.
yeah. Well, besides for the fact that my friend was with me, so couldn't really
Get up in that.
But the funniest thing is they're like, "Oh, you give us $1 and our cute friend here will handcuff herself to you for the entire con."
I thought it was for like 20 or 40 bucks.
No, them at this convention, they're like, "Give us $1 and handcuff ourselves to you for the rest of the day at this convention."
What the fuck? Screw that, man. I'd have been like, give me 100 and and I'll go with you and twerk on you and shit.
Dude, you twerking would cause another wave to hit freaking Louisiana.
No shit. Dude, man, I got a big ass, man. But
Too
not that
soon?
big of an ass. No, now, Tony has a big ass and thighs, man.
Okay.
Thunder thighs.
Yeah, man. That's what my own mom calls him.
But
So
yeah, moving on.
so anyway, also meeting Johnny Young Bosch there was pretty cool. I have to meet him again since he was in a rush because he had to be at somewhere else that day.
I think if I remember in 2011, he actually, I think he was either 2011 or 2012. I read that he had to drop out of the con early or not go at all. I think he had to drop out early. I think it was 2011 because he was, expecting his first daughter and his wife was, in labor.
Yeah, I think that was in 2011 because of the 2011 one.
But anyway, this was a great con. Well, it was a good con that got me started in the ways of conventioning. And of course, meeting James and being able to hang out with him from that convention onward at every convention I've been to except for Phoenix Comic Con 2013 because he was going to another convention that year. Or no, I don't think he was either going to another convention or he didn't have the money to get a table for Phoenix Comic Con because he had already prepaid for all these other tables. And of course,
Okay.
us. So, yeah. So my number 6, Saboten, 2011, and on to Zombie.
And for my number 6 is Saboten 2012. This was a really, really good year for Sabo. I think this was their first or second year at the Renaissance Pervy.
It was the first.
First year, yeah.
And yes, because guys, man, like the Renaissance is a great hotel, and it's actually got a lot of room for a
It's
hotel.
classy as all hell too.
Actually, really, man, and their nights there, especially if you go through the con.
I actually forgot to mention this for Sabaku or Saboten 2013. And speaking of Saboten, the night before, myself and Zombie walking through the hotel, whether we're getting the lay of the land again, where everything's out. I literally looked over at the bar, saw motherfucking Charles Barkley sitting right at the bar, and I went up to him and talked to him for a little bit and everything. I was like, "Whoa, Sir Charles is." So the Renaissance is a classy place because when you attract big sporting celebrities like that.
Yeah, that's true. But you should have asked him, like, how was the golf swings doing?
No, I'm not that mean.
I was gonna say no.
But yeah. Let's move on here.
Sorry. Oh god, face it out.
Okay, 2012.
Whoa. Robot voice.
Whoa, you're cutting out there, dude.
12. Hello? Am I cutting out?
Yeah, you were there for a minute. Okay, I think you're good.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Anyway.
And we lost.
This was an excellent year. This was when we had some really good.
And we lost him.
yeah, we lost him.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
yes.
Hear me.
Dude, that is coming in way late.
You were lagging beyond all belief.
You're all lagging.
I have no clue why. Alright, how about now?
All right, so
Technical
anyway,
difficulty.
on with
How about now?
2012.
You're good.
Okay, everything okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Sabo 2012. Great con. Lots of great panels. What do you call it? King's Game was excellent. We actually got pretty much it pretty much went to Schmut, which was really good, and that's one of the main reasons why I think 2013 wasn't nearly as good, is because that panel was it was it was way toned down. Would you agree, Pervy, or no?
Yeah, it was definitely toned down in 2013. It was a lot better in 2012 because it's actually run by this other panelist group called, I guess, the Renegades or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure who was running that panel anymore. But yeah, it got really dirty really fast for that one. But in 13, it got toned down way more than what it should have been. I think it was like almost PG-13 area to where it wasn't even that good. It went to where in 2012 it was it was like R rating to almost kind of X rating in a sense.
Yeah. I can't really remember too much of the panels though, but I do remember we went to a lot. I think we went to a total of like 10 panels.
Yeah.
I mean, like there was a lot of panels we went to. And before my mic goes wonky, or before anything goes wonky again here, that was my number six, and on to Newey's number 6.
My number 6, well, I'm gonna have to cut this down because some of this is gonna have to pay for the next video. Saboten Con 2014.
Nice announcer voice.
But yeah, Saboten Con, Jesus Christ. I couldn't say how much wrong in that place was in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Is this the last and only time we're taking a trip to New Mexico, or for a while?
Yeah.
I would probably say for a while, or for at least a year or so.
Yeah.
Because I don't
We
want
won't
to go
be back in
there, man.
2015.
Well, man, there's nothing wrong with the con.
Yeah,
It's
and we'll
just-
actually
Yeah, but, like,
apply for
there's nothing wrong
panelists
with the
in
con.
2015.
Oh, whoa. There,
Yeah.
well, the hotel was part of the con, so there was kind of something wrong, like no HDMI.
Other than the no HDMI, everything else I think was pretty much it.
And he's gone.
But what really made it really is it doing this shit again?
Yes, it is. Mike really must hate you today.
Okay, how about now? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thing. The sit itself.
Yeah, that's true. But besides that, I had a great time at the con. I really liked it.
All right.
But yeah.
Did he win out?
We'll
Go on.
try to save we'll try to
Okay,
save a
so-
lot of it for when we have our special guest on.
Yeah, but I'm just like, cut it down. But there were some downs for me at the con. One of them was no model kits, which was like, that's my main thing at the cons now. Is there a model kit? Is there a model kit? Is there a model kit? Sorry guys, I'm just a model kit fanatic.
Right.
And I discovered figures.
Yeah,
This is what
thanks to
happened.
us.
Yeah, this is what happens when you almost bring
Especially
a grand.
witches.
Yes, Strike Witches. I can't wait for the 3rd season. I will take a week. Oh, well, not a week off work. I'll call in the next day just to watch the first episode or something. I really like that show. I really like that show. I think it's gonna replace another top 10 of
That's why
one of my
you need
animes.
Charlie.
I mean, it's gonna not replace, but move up in the ladder. But yeah, what else there? Besides shitty food. Should have went to that bar. But
I'm
yeah,
not for sure.
I'm gonna have to stop here because if I go any further, I'm gonna, crop on some shit we shouldn't be said on this episode.
But yeah,
Oh,
um, I
but
guess with that we'll go ahead and take our first break, and we'll come back with the rest of our top five.
Yeah, I'm fine with
yeah,
that.
yeah, let's take a break. I
All
gotta go.
right. Stay tuned to the MSDF podcast. We shall be back in about 5 to 7.
Mikasa.
Alright.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
and I am back. Yep. I am back.
Newey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm in my pie and watching Gundam.
Is it Poontang?
Alright,
No, Gundam Steve.
No, I
while
mean
we wait for
the pie.
Hello. Can you all
Pumpkin pie.
hear me?
Yeah.
So while Zombie's getting his stuff together, we'll go straight back into our top 10. Just to let you know, this is probably going to be our longest episode for quite a while. But we at
Guys,
least
can you
we're
hear me?
entertaining you with content.
Right.
Yes, we can hear you. I said that. This is going to be our
I
longest
didn't hear you.
episode. This is going to be our longest episode for quite some time, but at least we're entertaining you with con stories. So anyway, we left off at Pervy's number 5.
Okay. Quickly enough. Saboten Con 2012. Specifically because I have this at number 5 because this was the funnest Sabo I've been to, and I will say this inside and out. I loved 2012. It was such a good con for main reason of I got to meet not only Phil Lamar but Troy Baker, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, and I got to see the Silent Hill band perform. Best concert I've been to at a con to date, minus Hatsune Miku at Expo 11. But I really enjoyed the con. Getting to talk with Troy Baker, chatting with Phil Lamar, which was really fun because he does Ollie Williams and Family Guy, which was really fun. Chatting to him doing the voice of Ollie while we were messing around. Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, which I specifically remember, we almost became like friends because I told her because that was when one of the Naruto mangas had come out and revealed that Toby was actually Obito. Spoiler alert. I kind of spoiled that for her. She's like, oh goodness, just all this stuff pretty much became tight. And I went to the secondary concert, which was on Saturday, I believe, because I missed the first one on Friday night. And I had so much fun at that concert and that really got me into listening to the music of Silent Hill. Really wish I could actually play the games for them too. I probably could at some point. I'll figure it out. But I remember, I think it was Friday night. I actually, since I had missed the Silent Hill concert, I was in what is known as Club Sabo, where you get to go sit down, play cards with a whole bunch of people, and have waitresses serve on you and everything. 18 plus, of course. Sitting there in the dark, thumping music, playing Gangnam Style about 1,000,000 times on repeat, which is what was popular back then. I'm sitting there playing, I think it was poker or something, sitting in front of me, literally, which was the strangest thing because this is when Korra was actually first taking off. I had Bolin, Mako, and Avatar Aang sitting all in front of me. We were all playing cards or whatever. We were joking about the series and everything. And of course, I came up with probably my funniest line to date. I remember the one waitress of our table or whatever. She sat down playing with us, and she explained if you get to a certain amount of chips or whatever, you can trade them in for a ticket to where you can win in a raffle. And it's actually where I won a miniature Afro Samurai figure, which was really cool. And I remember telling her, if we get this specific amount of chips, can we just trade them in for you? Being that guy. But yeah, number 5, Saboten Con 2012.
So, my number 5 is, and so far, in 2012 and 2013, this has been the best con of the year, in my opinion. But number 5 for me is Taio 2014. Of course, the creation of the Maho Shoujo Defense Force. But that was the second convention I had actually gone to by myself. And just hanging out with Thomas and Chris before running into Zombie and Pervy. Hanging out with James. Going into the vendor room and seeing two figure booths there. The t-shirts again. But it was a great con, especially Saturday night. Of course, the endless search for food. Just praying that a Whataburger would pop out of nowhere.
And it never happened.
It never happened, and then finding a Sonic and just bullshitting there for about an hour. Finally actually posting shit on Twitter. And then getting back to the convention and learning that there had been a fight in the rave.
Oh yeah, I had forgotten about that.
But going there, I was like, okay, I have to catch up on Kill la Kill before I go, which I did. I'm just like, I'm probably going to be the only person there who likes Kill la Kill.
Wrong.
Thankfully, I was wrong. Just as far as panels go, it wasn't. I didn't go to that many of them. Of course, going to all the Momiton ones.
Yeah, those were, in my opinion, the best panels of the weekend.
I would have to agree.
Meeting Michelle Ruff, which
That
was
was
just.
pretty cool.
She is awesome. Getting the figures that I got. And this was actually, I think, the least amount of money I've had for a convention in a long since 2012. But all around, it was a great con. And just talking about going to other conventions as a group, wearing Cubey heads, just going up to magical girls being like, want us to defend you? We're the Maho Shoujo Defense Force. And then that spinning into a panel group because we were tired of there being no 18-plus panels that were any good.
Yep, that's true.
Hyping the hell out of Space Dandy with the Space Dandy Dandy Candy. But so number five for me. Oh yeah, and then convincing you guys to actually go to Konnichiwa.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, because we weren't gonna go originally.
So anyway, number 5 for me is TaioCon 2014.
And I want to say, like, does my voice sound fine or no?
No.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right.
But what's that other sound that's going on in the background?
Yeah.
It's the butcher shop.
I don't hear anything, but the only other thing I could think about is maybe you all might hear my computer running.
Might be. Do you have a fan running?
Yeah.
No, like nothing's running here.
Okay. So it might be your computer. Who knows?
Like, is it bad?
No, you're good.
Okay. But anyway, number 5 for me would be Konnichiwa 2014. And that is because it took some convincing from Lane here for Phoenix. And what do you call it? I'll start off this little story with motherfucking Denny's.
Yeah, fuck that Denny's up in Tucson. Fuck that Denny's up in Tucson.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was terrible service. I mean, we waited there for how long?
It was an hour that we were there entirely, and only half of that we had food in front of us.
Yeah.
I know. And then and then on like my nachos, I order a large, right? And then they just give me like this small bowl, and I was like, what the hell is this? And they're like, or like the one stoner kid was like, yeah, man, it's a large. And I was all like, you're gonna tell me that your ass would be happy with that, and you're stoned right now? And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. No, man, I'm just making that up. But but no, but like the dude seemed he wasn't a good waiter. He was so slow, and I'm not saying that because I'm a to be me, but like he was. It took him like 30 minutes to get us just our drinks and to get our orders. I mean, man, that's bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
First off, it also took us 15 minutes to get a goddamn seat.
yeah, that's true too, and we were starving. But anyway, this was to where Kill a Kill had was just about to finish up. We had just watched episode, I think.
It was episode 23.
Yeah, episode 23.
Welcome to the runway of death.
And I'll tell you this, the cosplay there wasn't really that many good cosplays at all until we started to see some of the Kill la Kill cosplays.
Yeah.
And wow, they were great. As a matter of fact, I think one of the pictures that I had taken went to like 10 different countries, and it got retweeted and favorited, I think, almost 30 times. And one of them for you, Timmy, went around, I think, like with like 10 like retweets and all that stuff too.
A lot. Yeah, because it blew up pretty big.
And yeah, the Kill la Kill cosplay was great. The little gathering was great.
Yeah.
What else? Getting to hang out with James and helping him out was pretty interesting in itself.
Yeah.
That was enjoyable. Getting him to work on one of his drawings and stuff and trying to help himself stuff was good.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
It's also the it was my first time as a panelist helping out Phoenix Otaku with the Church of Haruhi panel.
Yes, that's true. That was technically would have been our first panel.
Well,
in a way.
Even though it was still under the Phoenix Otaku banner.
Right.
Yeah, it's, I remember us sitting there. We had like the mic tilted down, and you had your little like speaker or whatever playing Newey's theme on like repeat, and people were thought like, is this a Kill la Kill panel or what's going on here?
No, I don't remember if we were playing Newey's theme during the panel. Well, I mean before the panel.
We were playing it before the panel a lot because it was like on loop.
Yeah, I remember because all 3 days I was repeating it. But I thought we actually switched it up during the panel to like Haruhi music.
Well, yeah, I think it was during the panel, but I think it was beforehand when we were getting everything set up and we still had people coming in. We had like that Newey theme on repeat, and because you had Newey as your background at the time, and people walking by like, oh hey, that's Kill la Kill. Of course, I remember a lot of the stuff, getting to meet the Bryce Papenbrook, and having the announcement of him being Eren Yeager in Attack on Titan while the rest of the cast was in Anime Boston. Suck it, Boston. We got Eren Yeager.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool, I will admit.
And getting to meet Shirami Lei and everything. It was pretty fun.
Everything just went well.
Yeah.
Look back on.
No, it's where I bought the little miniature Sonico plushie that I have, the 2 Sonico figures that I have, the Medaka figure that I have, the Scanty Knee Socks wall scroll I now have, signed by both Shirami Lei and Colleen Klinkabir.
Yes.
It was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I actually expected Tucson to be all up U of A, like everywhere, red and blue colors, wildcats flying, but actually, it's a pretty calm city. Got to eat a pretty bitchin' Sonoran hot dog up there, too.
Oh, yeah, man. They had some really good Sonoran hot dogs. Oh, my goodness.
Fucking room staff took my pizza.
You can't complain because at least the HDMI worked.
Yeah,
that's true.
That was a good hotel, though. I mean.
Yeah, it was. Red Roof Inn, shout out.
What else?
Except for that fucking Denny's. Fuck you, Denny's in Tucson.
Yeah, but it was a lot worse than when I had first gone there because of 2013 when I went. I
Right.
mean, they at least took only like 5 minutes to get everything.
Yeah, man, this time was just bad.
Yeah.
But overall, though, I think the con was really good overall. I gave it a 9 out of 10. And what else is here? I believe that's it for my number 5, and on to Newey's number 5. Newey.
Newey, paging Newey. Stop
Get
watching
off your damn
MSDF.
Gundam and join the livecast.
You're gonna get skipped.
No, I'm listening. It's just I'm freaking hearing everybody echo around me.
Gonna play the Newey skip card here. It'll be like Uno.
No, man, that ensures rage and punching people in the face.
Yeah. Number 5. Wow. Alright. Phoenix Comic Con 09.
Oh god, the blue hair.
Yes, the blue hair.
The Jack in the Box that was around the corner from where the Mesa Convention Center was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that place was swamped.
I don't know if that was my first con or whatever. I know that's my first Phoenix Comic Con I went to. But yeah, it was a good con. Went there with practically zero money. I was very smart. So much shit I wanted to buy. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't have a job. Curse you, high school.
Hey,
But yeah,
I miss high school.
I do too. I
You
do
miss
too.
high school.
Yeah, shut up. I'll get to you. But yeah, I barely remember anything besides what you guys said about it. But yeah. Shit. Oh, besides that panel with Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt, I should have asked her. I should have asked her for that Toko thing, but I couldn't because I didn't have the balls to do it.
Yeah, I actually remember we were standing in line for something. It was myself, Zombie, one of our other friends, Nui, and then a couple of the girls that were in our Japanese club. We were standing there literally, and I remember I'd heard something about, Yuri and Tara having to take off because they had the flight to catch over there. We were standing in line, all of a sudden we just see Yuri go like right by us, just like stop and like give a peace sign and like he's out.
I know. I got that picture.
The guy, he like ran, like he booked it. Never seen a voice actor move that fast.
Oh yeah, yeah. Damn, it's been a while for that con. I'm having a hard time remembering now.
Yeah.
Man, it's called age.
I'm still young. Fuck you.
It's called Gundam Age. Everyone wants to forget it.
Yeah, you know what? I can leave this whole session right now. That's how it's gonna be.
And zero fucks will be given.
And unprofessionalism. No, we're just fucking ready there. Come on.
But yeah, what else happened at con?
I can't remember anything hardly from that con.
Yeah.
it's
It's
so
hard to remember.
It's so fucking long. What the hell? I think, yeah, I would have to say it's age catching up. Fuck. What did we did there? Oh, wait, Jen was there. She was dressed up as Itachi.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Roy was there. Nobody saw her because Roy was being Roy.
Yeah.
Wasn't she sick?
I don't know if she was sick or not. I don't remember.
Actually, I remember we went to like a dub your own anime panel, and they were trying to like have people dub over Haruhi. Like, whoa. That's actually the first indication that Haruhi was getting a dub, I think.
Or that was just them fucking around.
It's true, yeah.
If I had a dub, I would have had a dub hentai panel instead. You know why? I get the most fucked up hentai you could ever think of.
Night shift nurses?
Really?
God.
I wouldn't say the Rotsuka Doji, but alright.
But yeah, man, like, your Riska Doji's, well, technically not a hentai, but it's on the borderline. But
I would call it a hentai.
I would call it a hentai. My God, I'm fucking sweating in this room.
But yeah, is that it?
Yeah, that'll be it. That'll be for my number 5. Phoenix Comic Con 2009.
All right, I guess I'm on with number 4. My number 4, the first time on a plane. Of course, got up early, got to the airport. Sitting down watching Scooby Doo before we had to get on our plane in one of the TV monitors. We get on the plane, and we're getting all prepared and everything. All of a sudden, he hears come over the speaker like, we're gonna have to change planes. There's some fluid leaking out of one of the tire areas.
No fucking way. That's my number 4.
Yeah, it's my number 4, Anime St. Louis 2012.
I was gonna say let's don't go like a whole lot into this also.
Yeah.
Probably something we'll talk about.
Going there about 5 hours, going back 5 hours. Really fun. It was a nice area of, Missouri, Illinois area, sort of. I was in Illinois. It's called Anime St. Louis because it's really on the border of Missouri, near St. Louis. Fun times. You got to. It was really cool. I got to meet Doug Walker, the guy with the glasses, nostalgia critic, cinema snob. That was really fun. Those two guys were fucking hysterical. I went to that panel. I saw the guest Jeopardy panel with Doug Walker, which he got Lupin the Third in like one guess, which was fucking amazing. Just remember it really being cool. Just the rave and just all sorts of different things of this con. The copious amounts of White Castle that we had and going through withdrawals, coming back. The run to Walmart late at night, just a whole bunch of other stuff that we'll share once we have a guest on. And, of course, the infamous part of the hotel that we were in, but we'll get to that once, again, with our guest. But yeah, my number 4, Anime St. Louis, 2012.
All right. My number 4, have to say, first convention that I actually had a vehicle to drive to. As far as going to an out-of-city con. So this is the first out-of-city con going down to Tucson, Arizona. And my number 4 is Konnichiwa 2013. Now, I first heard about this from Armand at Saboten in 2012, saying that, Wendy Lee's going to be there, and the moment I heard Wendy Lee, it's just like, I have to go there no matter what. I have to meet the voice of God herself. So, first thing, we get there, and we're already late because I had to wait for the tires to get changed on my damn vehicle. So we get there just in time to go to the Key Animation fan panel, which at the time was being run by Time Squad B. And so we get there, do all that, and then all of a sudden, waiting in line for autograph from Wendy Lee. And standing in front of me are these two guys that came all the way to Tucson from Canada just to meet Wendy Lee. So we're standing there in line just talking about Haruhi. We get in there, and first time meeting Wendy Lee, it was great, while at the same time being a little bit of a disappointment, because she had made it seem as if she had almost forgotten Haruhi. So
yeah, that would be disappointing somewhat.
And of course, again, staying at the Red Roof Inn for the first year. I actually had a ground level freaking hotel room. But hanging out there with AKA the Canadians, us hijacking a panel, by the way. We take the biggest room, and after this panel ends, we get up there, we get on stage, and we just plug in my laptop and start blasting Haruhi music, waiting for the next panelist to come in, and they didn't show up, and it turns out it was Gray Aries who was supposed to be running that panel. So we technically hijacked Gray Aries' panel to play Haruhi music. But and another thing I was looking forward to is that there was supposed to be this Gumi figure from that came out from Vocaloid, but there was no figure booth in there at all. So mostly just hung out with James and the Canadian the whole time, even though I had a group of friends come with me. And it was late at night. We go to this panel called Let's Play an Eroge. And they're playing Booby Wars, which is about a war that's going on between flat-chested women and big-breasted women. But even though it was a great panel, I couldn't stay in there that long because the audio was just god-awful the way they mixed it. They had the highs up pretty much at max. So halfway through it, you're just getting a headache from just two of the scenes in there.
All the yes.
Yeah.
No means yes in Japan.
So I brought like $300 or so, and the last purchase I got was a Dojin.
Dojin.
But meeting Gray Aries was pretty cool. Meeting Wendy Lee was awesome. Then, yeah, meeting Steve Bloom.
Yeah, man, I guess pretty cool.
Got everything I wanted from Haruhi signed. Overall, though, it was just a great trip. Especially that drive to Tucson, thinking you're going like 75, and then you look down at the speedometer and it's 90.
Yeah, I know.
So, my number 4, Konnichiwa, 2013, and On to Zombie.
That was your number 4, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and for my number 4 would be Sabaku 2014. As we said, pretty much all has been said to what we can say for right now, because otherwise we're just going to spoil you guys. And for my number 4 is BakuCon 2014, and until our next episode or so when we get a guest. And on to news number 4.
My number 4 is, like Pervy last time, Anime St. Louis 2012. What was so great about the cons? Besides the plane incident, which we barely got any fucking sleep for that one. God forbid we ever do that again.
Yeah, I actually now remember we slept a good portion of the way there, and then coming back, me and you were awake the whole time talking about some philosophical reason of fucking Zoids or something. I don't know.
Dude, man, I slept like both ways, I think, didn't I?
Yeah.
Dude, man, like that was the first time I actually got some decent sleep on an airplane.
I couldn't get shit because there's too much turbulence going on. But yeah. We got to met Shane there for the first time.
Yeah, aka K-Gods.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey gods! Yes, that's where I bought my pink squid hat actually, and my cat ears.
Oh,
The birth of squidding.
I want to save that story for when we have our guest on, so I can talk about a certain little rock paper scissors thing that happened in the dealer room.
What the fuck?
Oh no,
But I'm gonna save it. I actually do remember now. We got to also meet Monica Rial for the very first time, which was really fun because that's when Painting and Stocking was actually getting ready to come out in dub here.
Yeah.
I also got to meet Cynthia Kranz, voice of Chi-Chi from, and Botan. You got to meet, I can never remember her name, but she voices Envy in Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah, that one chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was an elder, or a more older lady. I can't remember.
Yeah,
her
it
name
was
either.
it was pretty cool because they hosted a panel to where all three of them were sitting there just telling stories from like cons and weird fans and stuff like that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
But that was also the thing to where we took the that little bus that took us to the Enterprise,
Oh
and
yeah.
we're like, oh my God, look, there's a White Castle right next to the Enterprise. We're like, do we want to get to Shane first, or do we want to get food? We're like, fucking,
Let me put
we're
it this
getting
way.
White Castle.
Let me put it this way: we got off the plane. It's a small St. Louis International Airport or whatever. And we get our luggage or whatever off the little rinky-dink luggage thing, which was like one in our section. We took the Enterprise bus down to Enterprise. We got the rent-a-car or whatever. It was like Harold and Kumar discovering that freaking White Castle in Cherry Hills. It was a godsend to see that White Castle just sitting across the street. And we said, screw it, we're going to White Castle first before we do anything else.
And we're not
Yeah.
talking like a half a mile apart from one of the people. We're literally talking like you could throw like a basketball to it.
Yeah.
And we were like, yes. And I think I remember ordering like, I think it was like 10 or 12 like burgers, like 2 large fries, like a thing of like those chicken rings. Man, those things were excellent.
Yeah.
And
Let's put it this way: we got so much White Castle in the course of that weekend, we made Harold and Kumar look good.
yeah, man, we made
Yeah.
them look good. And man, that story for another time.
Yeah. What was the other thing? Oh, that's right. We were playing Pokemon, and I kicked your ass really bad that time.
I know, man, because man, I couldn't get any like decent draws, dude. Man, I swear, dude, man, he watched me shuffle and everything,
Yeah.
and I couldn't
Oh,
get
yeah.
anything to come.
Let me say something there. Who's the motherfucker that won that tournament?
I
This
lost one.
You.
I lost one, and I lose the whole thing, which was stupid how it was done in the first place. I should have came in second place.
Well,
I
that's
was like,
because like nobody was there, man. Like it was like us three and like 3 other people.
yeah, but the lady says, no, there's no such thing as second place. There's a first place. Which I was like, what? That's stupid.
It's
Yeah.
awesome because I won that tournament. I felt so proud of myself being out of state winning a tournament like that.
Oh yeah, and then remember they were having a Call of Duty tournament, and we got like right afterwards we just started playing it.
Yeah.
I mean, man, you got you kept getting killed by Lemon Party.
I sort of got those kids.
That's when Modern Warfare 3 was out, right? Or
Yeah,
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3. Those kids didn't know what the fuck they were going up against. Me and
Mhm.
you were just owning them.
That was actually a really good game room too because it was a nice wide open area with a lot of different games. Even had some of those like quarter machines in there too.
And
You
it was
could play.
freezing cold in there, which was great.
Yeah, and you had like a DJ in the middle of the room just bumping out beats as you were playing games or whatever. It was probably one of the better game rooms I've been in.
Because it had variety.
Yes, it did. Yes, it fucking did. It had
But
fun.
anyway, guys, let's leave Sabaku at that.
Or Anime St. Louis of that.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
St.
my
Louis.
bad. Yeah, like St. Louis.
That was number 4. Anime St. Louis 2012. Next is this crazy asshole right beside me.
Okay, my number 3 actually. Probably one of the longest trips I've taken by car to another state.
Oh yeah.
The longest time I've been in fucking traffic in another state. God forbid we ever do that again. Anime Expo 2011. Now,
Yes.
understand when I say this is why it's in my top 3. I love this con. I love going to this con. I know there's a mass of people there, but it's really fun to go there. I made the stupid mistake of trying to cosplay there, and it was hot as shit. No, thank you. I will not do that again. It's truly the definition of line con when you have to stand 2 hours in line to get your badge.
Dude, man, it was way longer than that.
It was like 3-4 hours, something like that, to where we were standing in line just waiting to get our badges. The line moving by inches, and there was like hardly any shade. It was friggin' hot, and it was really super humid.
We went in line at around like 12:40. We didn't get down there until about like 1:10. we stayed in line until around, I think around like 6 o'clock or so before the
Yeah.
line started to actually move. And then we took like another, I think like hour and a half just going through the line and all that stuff. So yeah, we were there for a really long time.
Yeah, and I remember staying in that little rinky-dink shitty hotel, whatever the fuck its name is.
Oh yeah, man, like, it's called like the Frigarola. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
guys, don't stay at that place. The place is a
No,
shit
not
shithole.
not the Figueroa. It was the one before that in 2011. It was some
Oh,
rinky-dink fucking
oh yeah,
old. It's
man.
called like Old Hollywood Hotel or something like that. I don't remember, but
Yeah,
yeah,
guys, go with like big name brand stuff if you're gonna stay in LA. I mean, like if you're gonna drop as much money as you are to go there, then you might as well don't go, or you might as well want to just drop the money on a nice hotel.
yeah. But I remember I brought like I think like 500 with me, and it was gone by the time I left. I remember just a lot of different stuff. I got to meet Steve Blum again, which was really cool. That's when Shadows of the Damned had come out, so I got him to do like his little, his whatever his name was, Garcia Hotspur. Like got to do that line, and it was the dealer room was excellent. I ran into Jacob and Mike again from Faku. Those guys are always fun to be around. That was back when I was actually on Faku a lot more. We got to hang out with this one guy, this one Asian guy. This one Asian guy. I actually don't remember his username handle on Faku, but he was so funny because he was wearing
Oh, you Foodaboo.
yeah, Foodabot, yeah.
Yeah, like Foodabot. Yeah.
He was so funny because he was wearing like some weird shirt and then he had like a McDonald's like overshirt. And he said he would hang out around playgrounds and shit. It was pretty funny.
Oh god, man, like he was hysterical.
I actually remember that too. I got to meet some of the Power Rangers. Walter Jones. There's a lot of different Power Rangers. There's Power Ranger panels there, which I went to. It was just a really fun time. The Hatsune Miku concert capping it all
Oh
off, which
yes,
was really fucking
that was
cool.
amazing.
Because Miku live in LA, getting to see that live was something special that I hope I can experience again eventually.
Yes, she
No.
needs to come back.
Yeah, I also J-List, finding my first H Dojin at J-List, Milk Mama or whatever the hell it's called. That was like pink cover or something like that. But I actually remember standing and I was like, what is this line for? I was just like, oh, all right, I'll just stand in it, see where it goes. Stood in it, stood where it goes. I remember I got handed like this rolled up poster. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? I unraveled it, looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's for the dub of Haruhi Suzumiya movie. Okay, The Disappearance. I was like, sweet, they got a free poster. Why are we in line? And it leads up like Wendy Lee sitting there, Stephanie Shea sitting there, Crispin Freeman sitting there. I'm like, Wendy, Stephanie, Crispin, what's going on here?
You lucky bastard.
And no, I still have that poster sitting somewhere in my closet. I think it's raveled up now because it's a bit damaged, but I still have the autographs. I actually was walking by where the autographs were being held or whatever, and happened to stop by and meet Kyle Hebert for the first time. That was really fun. I was like, "Whoa, Kyle Hebert, what are you doing here?" He's like, "I'm here every year." Just attending a lot of the panels there. It's really fun. LA's not cheap. I can tell you that much. It's really not cheap.
It's very fucking expensive.
Yeah, that was the first time we actually got to hang out with I can never remember, but our friend Efren who lives out of LA. We were hanging out with him for a lot of the weekend and everything, so it was pretty fun, to go to this. It was the biggest con I had ever been to at that time, and I was just kind of blown away by it all. The amount of good cosplay there was, and there's just everything for it. And
guys, it's very exhausting too.
Yeah, it's very exhausting. And personally, I love to go back yet again because I know it's gonna get bigger, but I just love going to that con. And my number 3, Anime Expo 2011.
Right, so number 3 for me is once again going back to Taio 2013. But before I get to that, one thing I forgot to mention was with Konnichiwa was me, the Canadian, and these 2 other people. sitting at this table in the table games room, playing one, not an entire session, but actually just one game of Uno for an entire hour.
Oh, dude, man, Uno will last a while sometimes.
About 45 minutes in, this kid joins us. 15 minutes later, like, screw it. Kid, you win. So, anyway, number 3, Taio 2013, is where
Oh, I think we lost him.
No, he didn't. I just lost speech for a second because I'm actually trying to think. But
So that's what that
great
smell was.
panels. Huh?
That's what that smell was.
But the panels were excellent. The Artist Alley, again, always great to go there and just buy stuff. Got the Mei Miyazaki figure, or not Miyazaki, Miyazaki figure from another, which is one of 3 that I have now thanks to Sabo in 2013. But just everything, and I really don't remember a lot about this con, even though it's one of my favorites. But TaioCon 2013, number 3 for me. Zombie?
And for my number 3 is the same as Kirby's. Anime Expo 2011. And I think pretty much what he said explains the con. Guys, no amount of explaining can really tell you how this con is. And I really mean that. Like, it's one of those things you have to experience. It like, it's really phenomenal. From the cosplay, to the panels, most which are like half like industry and stuff, which is fine. But everything there is excellent. I everything else has been said from what Privia told you. At least for 2011, the Miku concert was excellent. Although what do you call it? Our section was like the only section that was standing up and stuff, and they wouldn't sit down. And you could probably hear us on the actual DVD or Blu-ray that
I doubt it. I think they might have edited that out.
Yeah, they might have, because we got pretty loud. We're like, sit the fuck down! Because you couldn't see Miku or anything like that. So anyway, my number 3 was Anime Expo 2011. I gave that a 9.5 out of 10. And on to Nui's number 3.
My number 3 is Saboten Con 2013. Oh, I was hoping someone would cut me off right there, but yeah, it was a good year for the con. Keeps growing.
I wonder if we'll break 5,000 people this year
Who knows? Maybe.
with the World Cosplay Summit and stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
we might get over 9,000.
With Sabo 2013 in your top 3, Shocking Truth, Chika Face.
Shocking truth.
Oh! I love that anime. But yeah. What did we do that year? Fuck.
You bought like 2 or 3 model kits. I think.
Actually,
Yeah, there's that one area where you spent all your time in because that dude is like selling model kits out the Wim Wham.
You were like
okay.
pumping his head and shit. You're like, ah.
Yeah, it was pretty much where I was all the time, actually.
Pretty much. It's like, where's Derek? I know exactly where he is. That's what it's like.
I think I bought three to 6 model kits. I would say around that range.
Well, yeah, no, you blew all your money now. Make sure this time not to blow all your money on model kits. Because I know that there's some figures and stuff you can have.
Yeah. Oh, dude, when we were at Phoenix Comic Con, I saw this Faber figure for $300. I would have just sewn fucking thrown the money down. I was like, here, take my money and soul. I pretty much. I would have done it in a heartbeat, but sadly enough, I came short rent the next day because I already spent my money at that con. Stupid me.
I was gonna say, like, if you see that one Charlotte figure from the same little
Yes.
line of like Strike Witches figures, you're gonna buy it.
Yes, I am, so I'm going to buy it.
Please let the lady that ran the figure booth and merchandise booth from Saboten be there. Please.
She is going to be there.
Good, because that's where we need to go. Like, that should be like one of our first stops.
I'm her #1 seller in Sabaku, anyways.
Not to mention, oh no, never mind, man. That's for when our guest comes on. We can talk
Yeah.
about that later. Anyway, sorry about that. Jimmy.
Yeah, I can't remember much because I think you're right. That's pretty much, yeah, pretty much how much I spend my time in the model kit area.
Speaking of which, there is a Gunpla thing on like how to build Gunpla like one-on-one or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to that.
I know. I was gonna plan on going to too.
Timmy, you want to join us?
I don't know. If it coincides with any of the panels, I might go to. I don't know.
No, like it's actually kind of late at night. It's around like 7 or 8 at night, I think.
I'll have to look at the schedule before.
Anyway, was that it for your number 3? Anyway.
Yes, that would be it for my #3. Saboten Con 2013. Up next to the guy I don't care about anymore.
Gee, don't I feel loved. Anyway, my #2, everyone, Phoenix Otaku and Zombie have had this on their list. There's a reason it's #2 because I love this con. It was too much fun. I wish we could have done it again. Hit that Haruhi rewind button and do it again. TigerCon 2014. This was, like I had said earlier, this brought another full circle from Saboten Con 2009. Which is funny because myself and Zombie actually used directions on his GPS from Saboten 2009 to get to TigerCon 2014.
Yes, so, we did.
It's kind of a full loop there, coming back to the Hilton Hotel in Mesa, and attending another convention there, which it hasn't changed much in the years that I haven't been there. And I just loved everything about this convention, just some of the panels that we went to, especially, the figure-based panels with Mommy Tan from, Good Smile Company. That was really fun. Just go. There's the Kyle Hebert, Michelle Ruff panel, getting to meet them. That was really fun. Got them to sign, Fire Emblem because they're both in Fire Emblem Awakening. Michelle Ruff did her noir laugh, which was really cool. Talked with Christina V for a bit, which was pretty cool also. I bought some Senna bed sheets for no fucking reason at TigerCon, just because, I wanted them because it had Senna on them.
Have you ever put them on your bed yet?
No, they're still in the bag. I don't want to touch them because I feel like I'd ruin them if I tried to use them.
Come on now.
I've been thinking about hanging it up somewhere, but I'm not sure if I have the room on my wall. But anyway, hyping the fuck out of Space Dandy, the fucking Decepticon ecstasy that might have been laced with cocaine, coming up with our panelist group, talking with James a whole bunch, just doing like a whole bunch of just other stuff, I actually remember one thing, and I loved doing this, which was probably one of the highlights of my TigerCon experience was going to the free cafe. That was too much fun because both the guy that cosplayed Rin and the guy that cosplayed Ray, those two were both so in character. It was absolutely ridiculous how good they were. That was actually super fun. Just a lot of different things, and just having like that round table in the center between myself, Phoenix Otaku and Zombie were all sitting down discussing our panelist group and junk like that. I'm sitting there trying not to get hammered, because apparently the hotel decided to have a konnichiwa drink or a Tayukan drink list that had like different characters of anime on there. It had like a Yoko Kanno drink, a Miki Hoshi drink, just so many different other things, an Umbreon drink, just junk like that. And for pretty good prices too. Trying not to get hammered because apparently, I can't hold my liquor, which I doubt. But my number 2, Tayukan 2014, and I hope Tayukan next year in 2015 is just as good as this one, if not better.
Yep. And I agree.
My number 2, and in retrospect, I think Taio 14 might actually be a little bit higher than where I actually put it. But number 2 is by far the best year for Sabo. First year in the Renaissance. Just great panels. And that is Sabo 2012. Now the only annoying thing was the guy that runs the AMV panel, the contest. He suggested having this dragon with a gong going down the hall every single hour.
You see, man, I like that though.
It was cool at first, but it got annoying. Sitting in a panel and then just that loud thing just coming through, not being able to hear anything. But it had great panels like the 07 expansion panel. I think that was the first year that Time Squad B ran their Key and Kyoto stuff. That might have been Taio 2013. But it was refreshing to not have to wait until October to go to Sabo. This being the first year that it was on Labor Day and in the Renaissance. And I actually went to this con by myself. And so I kind of guess that this could kind of disprove that going to your con with yourself is boring or isn't as fun. But there are points, though, that it's just like, okay, I have nothing to do, so I'm bored.
Right.
But all around, this was just a great convention. And it's sad that 2013 kind of slipped on the Waluigi banana.
Wah!
But yeah, my number 2, Sabo 2012. I almost said 2014 because I was about to say, let's hope 2014 is as good or if not even better than 2012.
Let's hope. Okay. And what do you call it? My number 2 is Anime Expo 2013. Well, man, you know what? No, my bad. Actually, I had that done. My bad. My number 2 was Anime St. Louis 2012. And pretty much for what has been said through Nui and Pervy, I'm not even going to talk about this at all because that's for another episode itself. So my number 2 is Anime St. Louis, and on to Nui's number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is Saboten Con 2012. Notice how we're going back in time there.
Well, dude, man, Sabo 2012, man, was a friggin' amazing con.
You go
Yes.
back in time.
Nah, fuck that. I'm taking the DeLorean. You can go take your goddamn Doctor Who bullshit.
Actually, if you don't mind, it's just a doctor. Doesn't really matter who. Who am I even talking to? Oh, yes, you, the wannabe Einstein with the mustache.
Oh god, what the fuck did I start? I forgot.
But go ahead.
Yeah, it was a very cool con. I mean, well, that's like since '09, so what? 2 years, 3 years since the last time I've been to a con. In that little grace period I had. But yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah, I forgot. Was this at the Hilton? I mean, not the Hilton,
No.
the
No, yeah.
Renaissance.
Yeah, this was the first year I was at the Renaissance.
Okay, okay, okay. So, all right. Yeah, I'm not sleeping on the floor at this con. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. Fuck this. I'm done sleeping on the floors.
Everyone bring their blow up mattresses.
We don't fucking have any.
Well, I have one here in the closet, I think.
Is it Jew rigged by any chance?
No, it's not Jew rigged. And I know what you mean by Jew rigged.
Oh my god, we're fucking stupid. Me and Timmy are so stupid when it comes to that shit.
No, man. All you had to do was just press down and then turn the thing to lock the air thing, and the place would start. But no, with Colin's van, I don't know what the hell it was.
I couldn't figure it out. Even though he showed you like a few times, it didn't click for some reason. It just like, how the fuck did he do that?
It's like magic.
I know, man. It's like magic. I don't have to explain myself, bitch.
What fucking sorcery is this?
Getting off track here.
But yeah, it's if I could say what I did at this con too, most of my time is probably spend my time at the model kit thing again.
Well, that's nice to hear all that.
Yeah, it is. Who is that? Timmy?
Yeah, sorry. I'm sweating my ass off sitting in this chair.
Well, same here. I'm sweating my ass off too. I want to turn my fan on really bad. But yeah, I pretty much spent most of my time at the con, in that little booth with the Japanese guy, or I mean Asian fellow. I don't really know if he's Japanese or not. It'd be cool if he is.
Racist.
I'm not racist.
All Asian people look the same to you, right?
No, but I do have a good point. They all did came from one fucking place. But yeah, I swear to God, as soon as this first time I met the guy over there that sold model kits, as soon as he like, yeah, I sell model kits, I started talking to him about a few things. He knew, he was up to date with everything that I knew about Gundam. I was just like this. So we just like clicked. Gundam fans work that way. Once they hear a certain amount of information, I like you.
Until they say that they come from the Church of Jesus Yamato.
Yeah, I will fucking murder you. That shit is bullshit. I like Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny, but come on.
No, man, no one liked Destiny.
I mean, it was better. It was better than Seed because of certain things. Pity fuck.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I fuck that movie. I had it on PSP, but yeah, I like the series and all. Yeah, but yeah. I swear to God, if I see a Church of Yamato dude there, I'm probably gonna get kicked out of this convention this year. And probably go to jail for murder. First and second degree murder. And premeditated murder just because it's mentioned over this.
The NSA is listening.
Yeah, listen. You know I'm not gonna do it like that one guy that's still in Russia. Fucking A. But yeah, that was pretty much my number 2. Saboten Con 2012. You're next, you dirty bastard.
Well, my number 1. Paul, this is by far one of my favorite cons I think I've ever been to. Mostly because just this group of friends just rolling together, just group of 4 big dudes just rolling together at a convention. Super fun. Actually, this con is actually what got me to not only watch Love Live, but also JoJo's and, unfortunately, Kids on the Slope. But it was also at the time Sentai had licensed a specific anime. My number one Anime Expo 2013.
Yes, yes, yes.
Love this convention. You know, the Figueroa Hotel. Not the best hotel, but we made the best of it because you know there was long fucking hallways where little ghost kids were riding on tricycles and um, you know there was ghosts of the Figueroa and the freaking people downstairs in the freaking sex dungeon because apparently there's a smoke up room in the bottom of this place. It looked like some sheik would be sitting in there with like a 15 bitches or something. There's like a busted soda machine.
That and like the Wonka Vader.
Yeah, the freaking elevator that had mirrors all up in it and everything. And you know, really fun convention. Again having to stand in line for our badges forever. But once getting our badges, it was worth it. Getting to walk around, do things. Got to meet Danny Chu yet again, which was really cool because he's a really nice guy, willing to talk with every one of his fans. Got to. Didn't do any autographs because there's a 4-hour wait for each person to get an autograph, which is bullshit.
Yeah, like who's the dude that does like a lot of the Gundam openings and stuff? He was there.
No, I don't remember, but yeah, they had like it was really cool. We had myself, Zombie, our friend Efren, and then K Gods. He came from Illinois to come out and go to his first MegaCon. It was all in all a really fun time. Blew about $600 or so in the dealer room. 100 of it was on freaking Dojo from Hendame. Thanks, guys. I'll see you at Akon next year. Yeah, just rolling around. Just so many different fun things happened. Ran into Jacob and Mike again. Just bought a whole bunch of random stuff in the dealer room. Bought like a crap ton of that tentacle grape stuff from J-List, which we left all the bottles in the room, which I'm sure freaked out the staff pretty badly.
Oh, you also forgot to mention that in 2011, we, of course, like you had bought like the last bottle of Morning Rescue.
Yeah, the last bottle of Morning Rescue at the convention.
Yep, and you paid $20 for it, and it was really good too.
Yeah, and just very other things making Anime Expo so good. Speaking of, we went to like all the little industry panels, Sentai. I think we went to the Funimation one. I don't remember. We went to the Aniplex one and dealt with the fucking dumbass Aniplex guy. Sorry,
It's so dope, yo.
Yeah, dude, I can't take you seriously. Especially this is actually when they first announced that they had acquired the rights to Valvrave, so it took them a year in order to put Valvrave on fucking Blu-ray.
Well, saying the dumb guy doesn't really narrow it down because that company is full of dipshits.
Yeah, the Sentai one was fun because we got to see all the stuff that was coming out, like especially Girls on Panzer.
Oh, dude, man, the whole room like flipped their shit, man.
Yeah, it's also when they had that tank that was out front of the convention center the entire weekend, which was really badass. Get to see that.
Yep, that's true too, man. Like it was a spectacle, man. Kudos to Sentai.
Yeah, and I still got those door hangers from them. It was. I don't know what it was. I had the luck of the devil that weekend. I won not only Kill Me Baby on DVD in the freaking Sentai Filmworks panel, but I'd also won their hashtag giveaway, which I got like a wristband and like some other stuff from them. It was really cool, and I actually was hoping they would give me like Girls and Panzer and Blu or DVD at least early.
Yeah, man, because like it was like a week away.
Actually, that's actually, now that I remember, their Section 23 booth or whatever, that's actually where I bought both Another and Dust Maze of Amnesia early before they ever hit the street.
Yeah, they had animes there, man, they were like 2 weeks out and stuff, and you could buy them early, and I was like, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah. I was
But
like,
yeah.
dude, yes.
But I think the big thing there, though, for Sentai was obviously Girls in Panzer, which I'm a huge, huge fan of.
Yeah.
And I think we all really love Girls in Panzer here.
Yeah, I remember specifically probably my favorite panel of the weekend was getting to meet the Master of Tentacles or getting to sit and listen to the Master of Tentacles himself, Toshio Maeda.
Oh gosh, dude,
For those of you that don't know, you know, those of you that don't know, who did created the Blue Girl and Naruto Doji. Look it up, nerds. Uh, but yeah, it was funny just getting to listen to him talk about certain things. Dropping out of high school, calling the creator of I think it was Space Battleship Yamato like a real dick or something like that.
man, like he asshole.
Yeah, he's a real asshole. Him like whenever they asked him about something, saying, "Oh, could you repeat that? I'm old. My hearing's going out, or I didn't turn up my hearing aid."
Oh yeah, because like there was some really interesting like perverted questions being asked to where I, I mean like they weren't just like landish and out there. I mean like they were thoroughly some pretty good questions. But like he was all like, I can't hear you. My hearing aid is going out.
But yeah, it was. I remember him saying he wanted to draw like kids manga now or whatever. I was like, okay. Yeah, it was really fun getting to meet him and just, or well, see him. Dude, that was probably the best panel of the weekend. Besides the Sentai Filmworks panel. But that's why it's my number one. It was just a blast. It was 10 out of 10. Would do again. With a better hotel. And personally, I look forward to going back. 2016, hopefully.
So anyway, with my number one, it's, and this really goes along with the saying that a convention really is what you make it, that it doesn't matter about the panels or the guests or anything. Because this is a year that I didn't even go to a single panel, just mostly hung around the vendor hall. But it's my number one, TioCon 2012. That entire convention was just a date for me with this girl that I was with. And don't fucking laugh. But it was just one of the greatest times of my life. And not really much I can go into more, but number one for me, Taio 2012.
And for my number one is Hervey's number one, Anime Expo 2013. I know you guys may think that that he was a little bit short, but there's a lot more though to the story that we're going to dig into deeper though. Mainly because our guest also will or like our guest that we are going to have on here in the future also went with us. And so, trust me, there's going to be a lot more stuff. And guys, that episode will probably be about as long as this, or probably longer. I'm a, I mean, I love listening to people's con stories and stuff, and what do you call it? I'm sure you guys will hopefully enjoy these. There's so much more that we're going to talk about within the next episodes or so when we have our guests. Pretty much for what Hurley had said for now is 100% correct, and we're going to dig even deeper with our guest. So I'm going to leave it at that. Anime Expo 2013, 10 out of 10, would do again. Just absolutely amazing. And for Newey's number one.
My number one is Saboten Con 2009. My very first anime convention con I went to. This one, it was in the Hiltons. I remember. Some of you might not enjoy it. Some others have. I enjoyed it very much. It was my first time going. I was just like everybody else. Wow, they're like me. Yeah, that kind of thing. The feeling that you're not alone.
That's a low price.
I was just about to say that. Gosh, Staples, please bring back that commercial.
But yeah.
Yes, that's probably the only time I'm gonna see ever a couple action in our hotel room. Hint, hint, me hiding in the closet. I'm not giving out names because I will get killed if I do.
Oh man, I know what you're talking about.
Not the first
Oh,
time you've been in a closet.
no, it hasn't been the first time I've been in the closet. At least I don't have a
Man,
foot in Narnia.
I was about to say, man, like, did your foot slip toward Narnia?
If I go there, they'll fucking kick me out and say, "No, we don't want your kind here." Well, fuck you too, you racist bastards.
Yep.
Pretty much it is. But yeah, that con was, yeah, I don't know how to say. For any of you guys that who know what this is, that's listening, I'm sorry. I feel very sorry because I'm gonna have to do it. This is where it started.
Oh no, you asshole!
The game.
I forgot about that. We made like a dozen or so. We made like 100+ people lose it that day.
Oh, by the way, guys, I still have that fucking video.
Yeah, he does.
You should re-upload that.
I
You
think
know
that was.
what? I probably will, man. I probably will.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, that was funny. But yeah, sorry, whoever listened, you got a 30-minute recession after that. Sorry. I already know what it is, so surprisingly, I'm not telling you in this video. Fuck. But yeah, it was I don't know. At first, it just fell out of place because it was just that one first convention, going to hotel and everything. You're just like, wow, I feel out of place right now. But yeah, it was like the beginning stages of Sabo. Very, very awesome. Not much can be said about it because I have a shitty memory and age is catching up to me. That with alcohol abuse. So my number one is Saboten Con in 2009.
Alright, and with that, normally this is the point where we would end the show, but however, this is the point where we take our segment break. Stay
Yeah.
tuned. You're listening to the MSDF LiveCast. We'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes with our take on Otakon and Saboten. Stay tuned.
Woo woo woo!
Okay.
Okay, are we back?
Yeah, we
All
are
right, I am
back.
here. I am here.
Nui, are you there?
Hello,
Nui.
Mr. Gundam Seed.
Hello,
Gundam
hello.
Maid? Gundam Maid, are you there?
Nui.
Sorry, I had to go take a shit, like the rest of the humankind.
Alright, so anyway, welcome back to the final part of the MSDF LiveCast. Normally, in a normal episode, we would do news, hot releases, and nice shipping. But since we're already past the 3-hour mark, we're just gonna go into thoughts about Otakon and Saboten. Well, and our plans for Saboten, because you've probably had enough of us already in talking about cons. Even though the next couple weeks are going to be con heavy, so get used to it. But anyway, I'm just going to start this off by saying, and this could also be kind of considered final thoughts, but seriously, Aniplex, fuck you, you dumbass pieces of shit. If you hadn't heard, Aniplex, their industry panel was today, and for once they actually announced 4 things, but the first one being Kill la Kill Limited Edition Volume 2, which we all pre-ordered.
Woo!
Yes, we did. We all pre-ordered.
And then next thing you know, they announced the release date for the Valve Rave Blu-rays, and then the Anohana release.
The movie.
And then finally, they're at the point where they're going to announce the latest DVD release when you can put it up for pre-order. Now, let's think about this. They only had one show left for 2013 that they could possibly announce, and that was Ganai wo Kakeru Tayo, a show that was the best release they had, well, the best show they had from summer. So, going into this, you're thinking, okay, this is their only show for 2013, besides for the rest of the Kill la Kill stuff. And with our final announcement at Otakon 2014, pre-order for Nisekoi is going up today. Are you fucking serious? A show that ended just a couple of months ago, you're already putting the pre-order out for, instead of a show that came out last summer. A show that was better than your stupid little shitty Silver Spoons. And was better than the decent Servant X service. It is just a bunch of bullshit. And until Aniplex actually fucking announces a release for this, I'm done watching anything from Aniplex. And besides for Kill la Kill, I'm not buying a single piece of shit that they release until they announce it.
Reaching critical.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Aniplex is shirking their releases yet again for things that will probably sell well. I'm happy for Kill la Kill coming out. It's got Mako on the cover, which is best cover so far. Then,
Sadly, it's looking like Nui's not even going to be on a single damn cover until the very end of the releases.
Motherfuckers.
but
The next one is probably going to be Jakuzuri and Inamuta.
Yeah, like that will probably be the next main cover.
Whoa. You said a pink hair girl's gonna be on the next cover? Oh, fuck, we
Yeah.
gotta get out of here. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Volume 3.
Don't want to fuck with the yandere.
But yeah, I was actually fairly surprised when I heard about Nisekoi, because that show barely just came out not too long ago. Was it like a winter season, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they already announced it for release. I don't understand. I know it's a popular show, but it's popular for a lot of the wrong reasons. I was kind of hoping they would announce it. Would announce Ganai wo Kakero Tayo. At this point, I'm doing the Puchimas pose of giving up hope because, I don't even think at this point, if they don't, and I know they're not going to announce anything at New York Comic Con, because they never do. And speaking of announcing things, Sentai Funimation, where were you guys at this weekend for Otakon?
Their panels aren't until tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That explains it then. Only one thing I know about Sentai at Otakon this weekend is that they have Watamote there both on DVD and Blu-ray for early buy.
Bloody
wow.
bastards.
But I'm just kind of stunned by Aniplex here. I guess it's what they consider best for business.
Well, it's just stupid. And I mean, you could announce Nisekoi, but during your hour panel, say, okay, we're going to release Ganaiwo as well. Don't put it off. Stop putting off a great show. I mean, I know you want to get the popular ones out there, but come on, release this too. Or else at Otakon, or not Otakon, Akon, when I see Aniplex there, I will be bitching them out.
Oh, we got a pretty big time frame, and a few big cons that Aniplex will go to before Akon. So hopefully in that time frame that they do announce Ganaiwo, but who knows? At this point, I'm not even sure if they have the licensing for it anymore, and they just said, screw it, we're going to drop it.
Which would be the dumbest thing since that's one of their original projects.
They might have, I'm thinking they probably won't even bring it out here. It seems like to me their next big acquisition is it's not only going to be Nisekoi, but I think it's going to be Aldnoah.0.
Well,
and that's probably going to be the next big thing for them to bring out here once it's all said and done. Yeah, but I don't know how good Mahoka is going to do over here with as much hate as it's getting.
I don't know if I'd buy Mahoka yet, but it's still been a pretty damn good show. I don't think I'd buy it as of right now. I mean, the last few episodes would have to be really fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I'll buy it if they ever get rid of the part where someone gets their head eaten.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, we're talking about Mahoka. We're not talking about
Mahoka, the irregular Magic High School.
Oh,
the one that everyone bitches about that, because Tatsuya is a Gary Stu and he's way overpowered and he already has a harem.
well, there is a reason for it. Jesus. Read the manga. Spoiler.
But, yeah. But so far, all the announcements out of Otakon have been, to be honest with you, I think Otakon owes everyone an extra hour in the ball pit for all the announcements made so far.
Aniplex owes people a fucking day in the ball pit.
No, a week.
A fucking year at this point.
Make it 2.
But yeah, I guess we'll stick around. We'll stick to Otakon here for the next couple of days to find out what's gonna get released here from Sentai and Funimation.
So anyway, before I burst a blood vessel,
that's something. Funimation, I know you probably won't be listening, but you guys need to listen to me anyway. I know you have Eternal Summer for free. You need to announce Season 1. You don't get Season 1, no one's going to buy Season 2. And that's just bad business on your half.
Well, that's something you can tell them at Sabo.
That's true, yeah.
Dumbass.
But anyway.
I'm going to tell them early. Get it right.
Before I burst a blood vessel at just my pure anger at fucking Aniplex and their damn decisions, recently And finally, the month-long wait is over for anyone who's listened to my LiveCast episode 3. The MSDF finally has panels. We have 6 of them that are selected for Sabo, but as of right now, only 5 of them have been confirmed. I still need to get in touch with Sabo about the 6th one being the key animation fan panel.
The pose of having panels.
Yes.
I'm glad we got some panels, though.
Yeah, thank God.
One of the good things for me, though, is that we got 3 out of our 5 main panels.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I will be, attending that I Ship It panel. You guys got a lot to live up to. We fill the whole room for hashtag Ship It at Comic-Con, so you guys got to get on that and make sure it's good.
Because if it's not, we're going to be the final people going up there to ship something and saying, we got a ship and it's directed towards you guys. Panel X Thief. You in the wrong hood, bitch.
You're in the wrong part of the neighborhood, Oni-san.
What's the younger you gotta do? Shank it, bitch?
But yeah, some of the I know you guys have probably, if you're following us on Twitter, you've heard all the panels that we've got. But for those who haven't, list of our panels are.
Well, I was going to go into them by day and as we're actually running them, and we'll actually talk about these panels really quick. But the first one being the Church of Haruhi on Friday at, let me just get the times up for these, at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday in Solana G, which is a great panel to run. Me and Pervy, well, I ran it at Sabo, well, not Sabo, Konnichiwa with Pervy's help.
Yeah. Come listen to us preach a good word about our Lord and Savior Haruhi.
Yes. Not the false god Madoka.
Giant reset button.
And the thing I love about this is the fact that this is actually happening at the same time as the Endless 8, that the Endless 8 matches up this year.
And that's probably why we have it like that.
So, who knows, by the time Sabo gets around, this could be the 5,276th time that you have come to this panel.
Ha ha ha.
Who knows?
But now, Church of Haruhi officially under the Maho's Shoujo Defense Force banner. Next up for the confirmed one is a guide to idol anime, which is from 11 till noon on Saturday in Cascada B.
I look forward to this one. This one's going to be really fun, schooling some of these fools on what idol anime is.
Mm-hmm. Such examples are like WUG, AKB0048, Love Live, Idolmaster.
The Idolmaster.
Yes. And then we have on Sunday the Space Dandy Dandy panel, Baby panel.
Boom.
Which is 3:30 to 4:30. I don't have my phone with the list up, so I don't have the room name for the Space Dandy one, but if I believe right, it was Sera B.
Yeah, I think that might have been right.
So hopefully Ian Sinclair and Alexis Tipton will come in and crash our panel. If not, you have to deal with us for an hour.
And we just might live stream that panel. Who knows?
We might. And then after that, it was a success at Phoenix Comic Con. We have the Kill la Kill panel, which is from 6:30 to 9. That's right. 2.5 hours to talk about the epic series from the creators of Gurren Lagann, from Studio Trigger, Kill La Motherfucking Kill.
Ooh, ooh.
Woo-hoo, here comes the hype train and no one can stop it.
We didn't have enough time to get through all that we wanted at Phoenix Comic Con, but now 2.5 hours, release the breaks and hear all of the edited out material from the Phoenix Comic Con version. That is once again on Sunday at 6:30 till 9 in Solana B. Be there or just be Western fan base. And finally, out of the 5 that we have confirmed right now, ending off the week, ending off the con with the Kyoto Animation fan panel from 11 till noon in Sierra B. Come learn about the great shows from Full Metal Panic, Pomofu, to stuff like K-On!, Haruhi again, all the stuff from Key, and even Free.
Bitch.
Another panel that we got selected, but even though it says on the schedule 6:30 on Friday until 7:30, it's the Kyoto Animation, not Kyoto, Key Animation fan panel. Of course, the people that made Canon, Clannad, Air, Little Busters, Rewrite.
Let's go play some baseball.
Join us for that, and of course, Key and Kyoto. Before this being run by Time Squad B, who decided they wanted to retire these panels and told us at the Matsuri Festival that if we wanted to, we could run them. So now the official titling for this is the new chapter begins on an old panel. So join us for those. And get your all take on the panel.
I'm just glad to be able to have some, man.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be fun, man. And if it's anything like Comic-Con, we're gonna kill it pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have no more chokings, okay?
And especially for Kill la Kill, I'm gonna go through and watch it all again.
Holy crap!
Well, I gotta do something before I rewatch Kill la Kill. I gotta go rewatch Guilty Crown because what's her face is gonna be there.
Alexis.
Right, man. Alexis Simpson's gonna be it, yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's a must. I'm going there first. Everybody can burn in hell at this point. That's my only objective at this point.
Well, that's fine. One thing that I was thinking about doing also, was what do you call it? If I can get my phone to do the live stream stuff, like through YouTube, like we are doing now, I'm going to go through the con and all that stuff in like the vendor room and like put it up on YouTube and all that good old stuff.
Yeah.
All it's live and stuff. I think that'd be really fun to do.
It would.
I think we can mostly get away with that at the Space Dandy panel, but as far as the others go, probably more than likely not.
What do you call it? I was gonna say, I was just gonna maybe record stuff with the Kill la Kill stuff. Maybe. That was just a maybe. That'd be really fun to do. Excited. But
Really excitement, because it's going on 12:45 here. We're all excited at 12:45 a.m.
But another good thing about Sabo, and to direct from just about our panels to Sabo in general, Funimation is actually going to be here.
Oh, God.
So I can finally actually ask them stuff about Hyperdimension Neptuna, which there's going to be a screening of on Friday. I'm so fucking happy. You'll know where to find me. Ask them when or if they're ever going to license the original Idolmaster since they have Puchimas.
who knows, man? We may actually hear some announcements, or we may get a panel from them.
Hopefully
nice.
they'll announce something for No Rin.
That's gonna be an interesting series if it ever gets released here.
What do you
Oh,
know?
it will.
Imagine if they dubbed that. Good lord.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the teacher. Oh god.
Oh God, Becky.
AKB40.
AKB 40. Give her 8 years, she'll be AKB 48.
But what do you call it? I'm stoked, man. What do you call it? We're just about to finish up like a guide to idol anime.
Yeah. A few more things for that. We gotta put in a little bit more work for Space Dandy. And we gotta mess around, monkey around with our Kill la Kill panel again, trying to get everything set right.
Find out other stuff to put into the 1.5 hours for the Kill la Kill panel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sabo really quick, and then we'll get back to all that. But as far as the MSDF LiveCast, could have a special Saboten edition on either Thursday the 28th or Friday the 29th during the hours that we're waiting for everything to officially open up after we've gotten our hotel room.
Right.
So stay tuned for that. But this is definitely going to be a good con this year.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one. What do you call it? I'm pretty much done talking about it for right now.
Yeah.
And of course, you'll hear more about us talking about this when more of the schedule gets confirmed as far as panels being put into place that aren't ours. And as it just gets closer, we'll be talking about this more. This won't be the only time. And of course, look forward to the special edition episode, the Live from Sabo.
Oh, yes.
Right. Yeah.
And from the way I guess it sounds, you guys want to wrap it up?
Let's go ahead and call it a podcast.
So anyway,
Or like this.
Timmy, start us out.
All right. Make sure you guys follow all of us at our Twitter accounts at PurryFatman.
I'm at Phoenix Otaku.
At Hung Like a Zombie.
And this is Harmony 12. Please follow us as MSDF. And that's it. And don't forget to pick up your free copy of Shut the Fuck Up. Oh, quick tip, people. Don't forget this. It's a great topic. Stepsisters and fucking.
You had to really bring that up.
Uh,
And with that, good night.